Gering scored 12 points in that fourth quarter, but it was not enough as they dropped the 34-32 decision. Sydney Winkler led the way with 15 points. Chloe Fries, 8 points and 7 rebounds. Carly Pazanka with 7 rebounds for Gering in the first meeting against Chadron. And Nikki Todd contributed 5 rebounds in that 34-32 loss to Chadron. Well, Chris Cottrell caught up with head coach Steve Land. Will have that interview for you next as the Platte Valley Company's pregame show continues after this on 106.9 The Trail, KHYYFM.com, and on KNEB.TV.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
We're back tonight on KNEB.TV, radio on KMOR, a girls and boys basketball doubleheader with Gering home to take on Chadron. Time to visit with Gering girls head coach Steve Land here on our High Plains Spas and Rec pregame show. Coach's comments brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his staff to be in The Zone all season long. Well, Coach, you guys coming off a real big weekend. You notch a win on Friday against Gordon Rushville, and then probably one of the better wins you've had as a program here in a little while, getting that home win against Campbell County out of Gillette, a team that annually is really, really solid. You got to be pleased with the way last weekend turned out.
Really was, Chris. I still look at the film and say, wow, how did we pull that one off? We had a 16-point deficit going in the third quarter, and we talked about cutting the deficit down to 6 or 8, and I think we got it down to 8 at the end of the third quarter. And as Campbell County continued to shoot, and they were pretty cold from the three-point line, and they couldn't make a basket, and that kind of played into our hands a little bit. Kiara Aguayo hit a three, and then we had some give and goes with Pazanka played well for us, and she got a few over the top, and pretty soon before you knew it, it was a tie ball game, and we found a way to hit a bucket, and then I think Kiara hit one or two for the final margin, and they were coming in. I just watched them on film against Scottsbluff, and they play full court in your grill, up close and tight, and our kids were able to handle it. And actually, it was best thing Maddie Sider so quick, and she drove by people, and we created a lot of offense that way. And it was just a great weekend for us overall.
Yeah, you said that they can play into your hands at times. They can run a team out of the gym, but depending on how they're going, they can run themselves right out of a ball game. So huge comeback victory, and I would imagine that was one of the better locker room settings after a ball game you've had since coming back to lead the Gering girls. Yeah, it really was. In the 3 years, I would put it at the very top. We played Campbell County in the summertime for years and had not a whole lot of luck against them. So, to schedule them, we lost a couple games with we should have been playing Newcastle that day at Newcastle. So it worked out great that we were playing at home, and they decided to come down, and it was a great weekend. And then Wheatland we've lost as well, so we only picked up one game. And overall, Chadron was a frustrating game. We were coming off of the Hershey Holiday Tournament Championship, and we played well, and then that we played a Tuesday night, and I think we were maybe a little tired from that, but we shot probably the worst we had all year. We had 8 possessions at the end of the game to make up one basket. We couldn't do it. Only put 32 points up on the board, so very, very frustrating night up at Chadron, and I think our kids are looking forward to a rematch here in Gering. won 5 of your last 7 games, and you never know when adversity is going to strike. You mentioned before we started to hit record on this conversation, you guys kind of had some of the I don't know if it's a flu bug or something going around, and that's kind of had a couple of your players out of practice this week, which makes preparations always a little bit difficult. And, of course, in this era we're living in, anything like that comes up, you always have to have that side eye, wondering what in the world's going on. So hopefully everybody's back and ready to go for this one.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm not the best myself, but I think the kids are all fighting, and hopefully everybody's back today. We've missed 2 or 3 kids at every practice this week, and we played a Cheyenne East team sophomore game on Tuesday. So between the junior high games at our school, we don't have much practice facilities. We're heading to Lincoln Elementary for a couple practices this week, and with our gym problems at junior high, we've got to share the gym now, and it's been great. We had a new gym and everything, and great. We could practice after school, and all of a sudden, we were lost the gym. So, but we'll do what we have to do, and it'll be interesting. Chadron comes in, and then we play Scottsbluff on Saturday. So, we got a couple tough ball games. Chadron is always solid, and if we shoot the ball a little bit better, and we got a couple of new things, wrinkles in, and I think we're playing some really good basketball. Coach Plummer mentioned that we really executed, our set plays this week better than we ever have. So hopefully we can continue to do that and pick up the pace defensively.
Big game here at home against a team you see quite often throughout every season. Let's get to a quick key to the game tonight against Chadron. Wrapping up right now with Steve Lamb with the Gering girls. Key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of that lifetime warranty, and you get that with every new vehicle purchase there at Team Auto. So, Coach, what's the strength of this Chadron team, and how do you kind of go about neutralizing that strength?
I think we got the Burke girl is, the big kid in the middle, and everything goes through her. They like to get her the ball in the high post. I think she is either involved with about 15 points or another 30 points with getting the ball to other people up there. She was able to get the ball to high post, and she fed some kids on the perimeter, and, they hit some wide open threes and stuff like that. So we've got to keep the ball out of her hands as much as possible, and, throw in the little press here and there and try to keep them off guard, and then rebound. We've got to do that. Hopefully we won't shoot 15% like we did last game. If we can do all them things, I think we can have a lot more success this time.
Gering girls hoping to stay hot here with a couple of home games this weekend. Scottsbluff tomorrow night, but first business first. That is a home matchup with Chadron. Head coach Steve Land, appreciate the time as always. Looking forward to the weekend. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Gering High School getting set for this girls game between Gering and Chadron. Round 2 will have the boys game that will follow this one. So as we said, Chadron comes in at 8-5, riding a 3-game winning streak. Gering comes in at the 500 mark, 7-7, and riding a 2-game winning streak. Look at the starting lineup first for the Gering Bulldogs, and it is senior night here tonight, so 4 seniors will be playing their game here tonight. It'll be Kara Wyo, Kale Morris, Chloe Fries, and Jazwy Barra are your 4 seniors for Gering. So we will see if they will be in the starting lineup here tonight for the Gering High Bulldogs. let's take our final break, and we will come back with the opening tip from Gering. And you're listening to it on 106.9 The Trail and watching it on KNB.TV.
On this field, it's baling, but somewhere there's one mowing, and somewhere one raking, one loading, stacking, lifting, and pulling. Our full lineup of utility tractors is built to get any job done right. The Kubota M-Series.
Your Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
And welcome back to Gering High School, as it is senior night here, as they are introducing the 4 senior girls on this team. As we said before we went into the break, those 4 seniors are Kiara Wyo, a 5'3 senior, Kale Morris, a 5'4 senior, Chloe Fries, a 5'7 senior, and Jazz Wybera, a 5'7 senior. All of those 4 seniors in distinctive, we're going to call them aqua blue shirts with lime green writing on the front and the back, and the 4 seniors' names down the back of the shirt for the Gering High Lady Bulldogs, as they will salute 4 seniors here tonight on this home game. And of course, Gering home tomorrow night as Scotts Bluff comes to town. Then the schedule next Tuesday, Gering will be at home again for the final time. They will take on Torrington. Then Thursday, they'll go on the road. They will take on Bayard, and then finish it up a week from tonight. They'll finish it up in Alliance, as they will take on the Alliance Bulldogs, a team that Chadron defeated 51-27 a week ago tonight. And of course, some struggles for the Alliance Lady Bulldogs. They have won 1 game this season. They defeated Hay Springs, but of course during the Western Conference tournament, they lost to Sydney in the 5th place game by a score of 54-2 was the final score in that game. But the Alliance girls able to get a win this season. Still going through the pre-game ceremonies with the 4 senior girls, and I'm sure we'll do this before the boys game, as they will salute the seniors on the boys team prior to that game. So Gering, of course, will be the home team. They are dressed in the white home uniforms with the blue letters and numbers trimmed in gold, and Chadron will be in the road red uniforms with white letters and numbers trimmed in black for Chadron here tonight. Second meeting between these 2 teams. The first one went to Chadron 34-32 back on the 5th of January. And of course, Gering had just come off of that win as they took the championship at the Hershey tournament, but came back and kind of laid an egg a little bit against Chadron in the first meeting between these 2 teams. So we will continue here with pregame festivities. And Kale Morris will sing the national anthem for us here tonight, it looks like, as she's standing at the public address announcer's table. And now let's take a break for our national anthem. Gets ready to play Chadron here for the second time here this season. Getting ready to introduce the starting lineup. First for Chadron, it'll be Jaylee McCartney, a 5'8" freshman. J.C. Garrett, a 5'3" junior. Demi Ferguson, a 5'9" freshman. Macy Daniels, a 5'10" junior. And rounding out the starting five for Chadron tonight, it'll be Annika Burke, the 6'2" senior for the Lady Cardinals. Gering will start this way as they usually do. It'll be Sid Winkler, a 5'3" junior. Kiara Awayo, a 5'3" senior. Chloe Fries, a 5'7" senior. Along with Carly Pazanka, a 6-foot sophomore. And the final player in the starting lineup for Gering here tonight, it'll be Nikki Todd, the 6-foot sophomore. Getting ready for the opening tip, and our opening tip is brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. Carly Pazanka will jump it up against Annika Burke. And we will get this one underway here tonight from Gering High School. Glad you could be with us tonight on 106.9 The Trail and watching on KNB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500. Paul Edens, Andrew Dick, Tori Schwartz are officials for tonight's game as the tap controlled by Gering as they work from right to left. 3-ball on the way, and Sid Winkler gets it started for the Gering Bulldogs as she drains a 3. And Gering on top very quickly, 3-0 here early in the first quarter. Garrett across the 10-second line on the dribble in the right corner. Now goes baseline against Winkler. Cross-court pass to Daniels. 3-ball misses everything into the hands of Winkler. Brings it up the right side. Top of the key as they work it left side now to Awayo. She'll take it from left to right. They find Chloe Fries, one dribble. And a traveling call on Awayo. And the turnover gives the ball right back to Chadron as Gering sets up three-quarters court pressure as Garrett inbounds it and finds Demi Ferguson. She'll give it right back to Garrett. She'll bring it across. Here's McCartney with it on the right wing, high post. Daniels pops out. They work it to the left side, lob it inside to Annika Burke. They throw it overhead. Awayo saves her from going out of bounds right into the hands of Garrett, who drives to the basket. Shot too strong. Pazanga comes down with the rebound. Winkler ahead to Awayo. Right back to Sid. Sid drives, kick out. Carly drives baseline, back outside to Sid, inside the arc. Her jumper rattles in. Sydney Winkler with all 5 of Gering points. And it's 5-0 Gering with 6:37 left here in the first quarter. McCartney, left side, Garrett whip pass inside. Down low to Ferguson. She spins into the paint and puts it up and in. Chadron gets on the board to make it 5-2. 6:20 left first quarter. Winkler into the front court. Finds Chloe Fries. Fries drives the runner with the right hand. Bounces off the back iron. Won't fall. And Chadron corrals the rebound. Garrett to McCartney on the right wing. Inside to Burke. But Nikki Todd there to intercept that one for the Bulldogs. And Gering will come the other way, leading by 3. Fries. 3-ball right side. Skims the rim. And it'll bounce out of bounds. It'll be Chadron's ball. 5:53 left here in the first quarter. 5-2. Gering on top. Pressure now by the Bulldogs. J.C. Garrett, center court, picked up there by Winkler. Left side pass to Daniels. Here's Burke, high post, work it right side. Garrett, McCartney, 3, top of the key. That bounces off the glass hard into the hands of Kiara Awayo. Kiara on the push up the right side. She'll put up the runner. Will miss the mark, and a whistle and a foul as Nikki Todd picks up her first personal foul. first team foul on Gering. With 5:29 left here in the first quarter. Gering sets up full court pressure. They get it into Garrett up the far sideline, and Winkler gets a hand in there to knock it away. It'll stay with Chadron as they work left to right here in this first half. Inbounds, comes backcourt to McCartney on the dribble. Now picks up her dribble, finds Daniels on the right side. Now they work it top of the key inside to Ferguson. It's knocked away out of her hands to Winkler. Ahead to Ohio on the run out. Kiera can't make the layup. Nikki Todd with the offensive board. The putback is up and in. Nikki Todd with her first 2 points of the game. 7-2 Gering with 4:58 left first quarter. JC Garrett at the Chadron end cross-court pass. Carly Pazanka got a hand in there, but she can't save her from going out of bounds. And it'll go over to Chadron. Lacey Klemke checks in for Chadron. Maddie Seiler in for Gering. And Seiler will pick up Garrett in the backcourt as she brings it. Bounce, high post to Ferguson. Ferguson spins, low block, nothing doing. Kick out, back to Klemke. Her jumper off the mark. Pazanka comes down with the rebound. Quickly up the floor, Seiler gives it up to Sid Winkler, goes behind her back. Underhand pass right back to Seiler into the paint. Back outside, Sid drives, dishes down low. Nikki Todd can't convert on the layup. And Chadron comes down with the rebound, trailing by 5. They get it ahead to Ferguson, looking inside for Klemke, and Winkler steps in front of that pass, gets it ahead to Seiler. Right side, outside to Pazanka. Here's Chloe Freeze, top of the key. She'll put it on the floor into the paint, puts it up with the right hand. Floater doesn't go. Garrett comes down with the rebound. Long down court pass as Klemke saves him going out of bounds. Winkler driving against Burke off the glass, too strong. Nikki Todd puts it up, but she's fouled on her putback. And Nikki will go to the line to shoot 2. 7-2 Gering as the foul was on Demi Ferguson. That'll be her first. Team's first. As Nikki Todd steps to the line, shooting 41% this season. Drains the first one. Makes it 8-2 as Jazz Wybera in for Gering. Nikki with only 2 points the last time these two teams matched up. First one fell through, second one on its way, and Nikki glances that one off the front rim. Rebound, fought for as Pazanka went after it with Annika Burke, and they'll say Chadron touched it last. It'll be Gering ball as they will inbound baseline at their offensive end. Gering going right to left. Jazz Wybera to trigger it in. She slaps the ball, gets it in to Freeze, now to Seiler to the free throw line extended. Pazanka, she'll turn, give it up to Jazz Wybera. They dump it inside Freeze. Turnaround, that's blocked by Daniels, and Chadron will come the other way, trailing now by 6. They look down low to Klemke. Here's shot off the mark. Once again, Gering with another rebound quickly up the floor. Seiler drives left side, and she runs into Annika Burke, but she draws the foul. And it's nice to see Maddie Seiler on the floor. She took a huge spill in the game against Campbell County Gillette last Saturday, late in the fourth quarter. But she's back in the lineup, took another big spill there. First on Burke, second team on Chadron. Maddie can't connect on the first one. She'll get a second one as she comes in shooting 61% from the free throw line. Misses them both. Rebound tipped around. It'll go out of bounds. They'll say Chadron touched it last. Keep it at the Gering end with 3:16 left. First quarter, 8-2. Gering on top. Carly Pazanka will trigger it in. And not quite sure who that was supposed to go to. It was supposed to go to Chloe or to Maddie Seiler, but the ball gets thrown out of bounds. And a timeout taken by head coach John McLean. 8-2, Gering leads it on the West Coast scoreboard.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Out of the timeout, Chadron with the ball against Gering pressure. And Garrett will bring it into the offensive end, picked up by Maddie Seiler. Here's Daniels with it, dumps it down low. Klemke against Wybera, and Klemke travels with the ball. And that'll give it right back to Gering. They lead it by 6. Seiler into the offensive end. Center court. Free throw line gives it up to Chloe Freeze. Freeze with the left-handed dribble outside. Pazanka right back to Chloe Freeze. As they work it right side now, Jazz Wybera. She'll give it up to Pazanka. As they work it around to Freeze. Freeze stuck in the paint, looking for somebody. She'll find Carly Pazanka. Loses the handle, regains. Now she'll take a 3, and 3 seconds the call on Nikki Todd. As Sid Winkler back into the Gering lineup. And checking back in for Chadron is Jaylee McCartney. As Gering sets up full court pressure, broken by Chadron. Garrett with it up the right side. She loses the handle, still loose on the floor. Finally picked up by Carly Pazanka. She'll find Sid Winkler. Sid quickly up the right side, inside the arc, takes it into the paint. The runner, too strong. Rebound tipped around. Burke comes down with it. Whoa! And an errant arm swung by Nikki Todd, connected with Annika Burke. And that'll be the second personal on Nikki Todd. Both teams with 2 team fouls. The inbounds comes to Burke. They get it ahead to Ferguson. Left side, Klemke with it. Pounds the dribble on the right side. Finds McCartney. They work it right side to Ferguson on the bounce to Klemke. Klemke will bring it up top with 1:48 left here in the first quarter. They go inside to Burke. Todd gets a hand in there to knock it away into the hands of Maddie Seiler. Maddie drives into the paint with the right hand, off the glass and in. Maddie Seiler, her first 2 of the game, and Gering's opened up an 8-point lead here with 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Garrett up the court, guarded by Seiler. She'll spin to the basket. And a whistle and a foul on Gering's Maddie Seiler. And Nikki Todd will check out of the Gering lineup with those 2 personal fouls. Kiara Wayo checks in. And Chadron inbounds underneath their own basket. The toss out on top. They get it to McCartney for a 3 ball. That misses the mark. And Gering comes down with the rebound. Seiler quickly up the left side, driving to the basket, off the glass, won't go. Burke comes down with the rebound into the hands of Garrett. Ahead to Klemke, dump it down inside. Garrett, turnaround in the paint, and a foul called. And that's going to put Jaylee McCartney at the free throw line to shoot 2. And Sid Winkler picks up her first personal foul. 4th team on Gering. Jaylee McCartney, the 5'8" freshman for Chadron at the line. And a little bit too strong on the first one. She'll get a second one. Macy Daniels in for Klemke on the Chadron side. Second one on the way by McCartney. That one won't rattle in. Wybera comes down with the rebound. The outlet quickly to Sid Winkler. Winkler up the right side, dumps it inside. Pazanka against Burke. That's blocked by Burke. Chadron will come the other way, trailing by 8 with 51 seconds left. McCartney right side, outside, holding. Top of the key, Burke. Left side pass. Ferguson takes it into the paint against Wybera, loses the handle. And Maddie Seiler tried to corral it, but she had 1 foot standing out of bounds. A 7-0 run by Gering here as we count it down in the first quarter. See if Chadron can break the run, but the inbounds pass intercepted by Winkler ahead to Seiler, and on the run out, Maddie Seiler with 4. Gering by 10 with 28 seconds left. Garrett into the paint, drives, and she'll draw the foul. And Maddie Seiler picks up her second. And that'll bring Chloe Freeze off the Gering bench. And Garrett at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one on the way, and Garrett breaks the streak as she gets her first points of the game to make it 12-3. And here comes one of those 4 seniors, Kale Morris, will come in for another senior, Jazz Wybera, for Gering. As Garrett at the free throw line. That one won't fall as Freeze comes down with it. For Gering, into the hands of Winkler, 18 seconds left. Winkler on the dribble as Garrett got a hand in there, made her pick up her dribble, and then Sid throws it away. McCartney gets it ahead to Daniels. They lob inside, but throws it over the head of Ferguson into the hands of Winkler. Sid with 4 seconds left. Loses the handle. Kale Morris picks it up, puts it up, but misses it, and that ends the first quarter. At the end of 1, it's Gering 12, Chadron 3 on the Wesco scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey y'all, Heather here with Platte Valley Vac & Sew. Platte Valley Vac & Sew has been a cornerstone in downtown Scottsbluff since 1977. Our family brings over 100 years combined experience in the vacuum and sewing machine industry. We stand behind all of our products with a warranty you can trust and service you can count on. Whether you decide to shop in-store or online at PlatteValleyVacandSew.com, our quality products and customer care shine through. You can buy online, sign up for classes, see a calendar of classes and events, view our newsletter, and stay up to date. Platte Valley Vac & Sew, downtown Scottsbluff, and online to serve you.
12-3, Gering with a lead over Chadron when these two teams met up back on January 5th. Gering led, I think, 10-8, or 8. Gering led 8-6 at the end of the first quarter, so they've gotten off to a good start here in this one as they lead it by 9 as we go to the second quarter. Sydney Winkler, Chloe Freeze, Kiara Wyo, Carly Pazanka, and Kale Morris getting the start for Gering. And Chadron will have it as they move from left to right here in this first half. Garrett with it, cross-court pass. She finds Garrett, back to McCartney, top of the key, work it. Left side, here's Ferguson with it. One dribble as Garrett probing. Gets a big screen from Annika Burke, and they get it to her on the pick and roll. Nothing doing. Back outside to Klemke. Her jumper doesn't go. And as Burke goes for the rebound, it's knocked out of her hands by Winkler. And we'll keep it at the Chadron end. Big screen by Annika Burke that put Sid Winkler on her back on the inbounds. They work it around to McCartney. Her jumper doesn't go. Rebound tipped around. Burke has it. She turns and puts it in. And Annika Burke with her first points of the game to make it 12-5 Gering. Winkler on the dribble, drive, whips it down low inside to Pazanka. Her shot doesn't go, but Carly will go to the line to shoot 2. And let's see who the foul was on. They're going to give it to Demi Ferguson for Chadron. That'll be her second. Third team foul on the Cardinals. And Carly off on the first one as McKinley Fuller checking in for Chadron. And Pazanka, second one on the way, and she drops that one for her first points of the game. Makes it 13-5. Chadron on the offensive end. They try to bounce it inside to Fuller. Intercepted by Freeze, and it's knocked out of her hands into the hands of Garrett. And then it's knocked away from Garrett. And it'll remain Chadron ball. The quick inbounds against Gering pressure. J.C. Garrett in the backcourt, picked up by Winkler. Garrett drives right baseline, tries a pass, but Chloe Freeze got a hand in there. Right back to Garrett. She throws up a shot. That won't rattle in. Pazanka corrals the rebound, and the outlet comes to Sid Winkler ahead. Morris with it on the right side. Kale, 2 dribbles, back to Kiara Weil. Kiara puts it on the floor with the right hand, the runner, and it's partially blocked by Burke. But that'll be the second personal foul on Annika Burke. And that'll put Kiara Weil at the free throw line. And check it. Jaylee McCartney, they're going to give it to Jaylee McCartney, her first, as Weil steps to the free throw line. Kiara with 6 points last Saturday afternoon in the 57-54 win over Campbell County. And checking in for Chadron is Nora Winkler. Wickler. As Kiara sinks the second one to make it 14-5. Gering drops the pressure back, and Garrett into the front court finds McCartney on the right side. McCartney goes behind her back, loses the handle. Kale Morris picks up the loose ball. Morris with it on the left side, tries to dump it inside. Finds a while, she'll pull it back out. Back to Winkler, top of the key. Sid inside on the runner to Free. She can't control it. Rebound can't, is tipped around. Finally, J.C. Garrett picks it up for Chadron. Top of the key, takes it down the right lane line. Kick out 3 ball. McCartney too strong as Burke tries to run down the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Gering's ball as Makaya Fuller in for Chadron. Gering with the ball. They lead it by 9. Winkler between the circles. Left side pass to Freeze. Back out on top. Now work it right side. Sid Winkler with it. Looking quickly to a while for a 3 ball off the mark. And a jump ball called as Pazanka ties up Daniels. And the possession arrow will keep it at the Gering end. Jazz Wybera in for the Lady Bulldogs. A while tosses it out on top. Winkler quickly to Freeze. Freeze into the paint, and it rattles in for Chloe Freeze, her first 2 of the game. And Gering has opened up an 11-point lead here with 5:25 left in the first half. Chadron with the ball. Here's Daniels with it. They work it down low, trying to find Fuller, intercepted by Winkler. Winkler up the right side, loses the handle. Knocked out of her hands. It'll remain at the Gering end. Gering will inbound, baseline left. Underneath their own basket, quickly into a while. Kiara drives right side, the runner off the glass and in. Kiara Weil with 4. And Gering's opened up an 18-5 lead, 5 minutes left in the first half. Wickler on the dribble, gives it up to McCartney. Now back to Wickler on the left side. Dump it inside to Fuller. Fuller against Freeze, nothing there. Outlet pass tipped away. Sid Winkler picks up the loose ball for Gering. Sid cross court, Ohio inside the arc, jumper air ball. Fuller comes down with the rebound for Chadron, and Chadron will come the other way, trailing 18-5 with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Pass down low, intercepted by Chloe Fries. Chloe on the run out into the paint with the right hand, off the glass and in. Chloe Fries with 4. Gering 20-5, a 15-point lead. And a timeout taken by Chadron as Gering leads it 20-5 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Finally, goodbye 2020. There was one good thing about 2020. That was the prices. And this is your last chance to get last year's prices at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. That's 20% off every window and door. Plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Only at Renewal by Anderson. But hurry, because 2020 pricing is only available until February 15th. Book your free estimate today. Call Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming at 307-215-7493.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Back in Gering, an 8-2 run by Gering, and they've got a 15-point lead here with 4:20 left in the first half. Pressure by Gering. They get it to Burke. She'll give it up to Garrett, who'll bring it across. Cross-court pass off the hands of Wickler into the hands of Chloe Fries on the run out, and Chloe lays it up and in. She's got 6 points here in this second quarter, 22-5 Gering. Micah Fuller up the right side. She'll find Daniels for a 3-ball. The off-balance shot won't fall. Carly Pazinga comes down with the rebound for Gering. She'll find Fries to Maddie Seiler. Wide open for a 3. Kiera Wyo off the mark. Into the hands of J.C. Garrett. Garrett quickly up the right side against Wyo, loses the handle, saves it from going out of bounds, right in the hands of Maddie Seiler. Seiler ahead to Fries against Burke. Shot doesn't go, but Burke will pick up the foul that time, and that will be the second personal foul on Annika Burke. And that'll put Chloe Fries at the free throw line with 3:26 left here in the first half. Gering on top, 22-5. Both teams with 5 team fouls. As Chloe connects on the first one. Big second quarter for Chloe Fries as she has 7 points. Klemke checks in for Chadron. Nikki Todd back into the Gering lineup. Chloe's second free throw, that one comes up just a little bit short. Daniels with the rebound for Chadron. The outlet to Garrett, she gets it back to Daniels, looking down low inside. That pass tipped away. Fuller picks it up. Chadron will regain. Daniels drives, dishes. Garrett. Here's Fuller with it. Now Ferguson. Down low, Garrett. Garrett in the paint, puts it up the right hand. It'll drop in for Garrett. Make it 23-7, 2:58 left in the first half. Wide open, a wild baseline jumper, too strong. Seiler gets it, saves it, and it was starting to go out of bounds, and Ohio tried to save it, but she was not able to do so, so it'll be Chadron's ball as Sid Winkler back in for Gering, and McKinley Fuller in on the Chadron side. Chadron trailing it 23-7. Pressure, the inbound coming far sideline. Chadron left to right. They get it into Klemke. She's picked up in the backcourt. Cross-court pass to Garrett. Picked up there by Seiler. Picks up a dribble. She gets across the 10-second line to Daniels. Quickly to Garrett on the left wing. Holds it. Top of the key. Klemke glances one off the front of the rim. Comes up short. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Chadron. Klemke with it. Whips it to Garrett. Garrett picked up there by at the top of the key. Now she'll pull it out by the 10-second line. Daniels with it. Right back to Garrett. Garrett puts it on the deck, now pulls it out, and an offensive foul called on JC Garrett as she pushed off the defender. That'll be the 6th team foul on Chadron. Gering has it, leading by 16 with 2 minutes left here in the first half as Garrett gets a hand in against Seiler and knocks it away, but it'll remain with Gering. Gering working right to left. Wybera triggers it in near sideline. Finds Seiler. Maddie on the dribble, and Garrett got another hand in there, but they're going to get Garrett with her 2nd personal foul. 7th team foul on Chadron. That'll put Gering in the 1-1 for the final 1:53 of this first half. And Maddie Seiler will step to the free throw line. Jaylee McCartney into the Chadron lineup. Seiler, first one, comes up just a little bit too strong. Daniels comes down with the rebound, tries to get it ahead, but Seiler steps in front of that one, but her momentum takes her out of bounds. So we'll keep it at the Chadron end with 1:47 left. Gering on top, 23-7. Inbounds, Klemke down low. Fuller, shot too strong, but she's fouled by Jazz Wybera. And that'll put McKinley Fuller, a 5'9" sophomore, at the free throw line for Chadron. First one on the way. That one comes up a little bit short. Carly Pazanka into the Gering lineup. And checking in for Chadron, it'll be Michaela Fuller. And McKinley Fuller at the free throw line. And the second one off the mark too. Pazanka down with the rebound. The outlet comes to Sid Winkler. Winkler on the dribble, right side. Back to Seiler. Here's Winkler. She'll step back for the 3. That's too strong. Back iron into the hands of McCartney. The outlet comes to Demi Ferguson. Ferguson with it on the left side as we near the 1 minute mark here. 1:24 left here in the first half. Ball movement right side, dump it inside. McKinley Fuller against a double team. She puts up the shot. It doesn't go, but she's fouled. And that'll be the 3rd personal foul on Nikki Todd. And the 7th team foul on Gering. So both teams in the bonus here for the final 1:16. And McKinley Fuller, who was just at the free throw line for Gering, at there again. Misses on the first one. And Nikki will come out with 1:16 left here. And Briley Dean will come in for her. So Nikki will sit down with those 3 personal fouls. Fuller with the second free throw, and a lane violation on Chadron. That'll give the ball to Gering with 1:16 left as the Cardinals set up full court pressure. Carly Pazanka triggers it in to Winkler. She gets it ahead to Dean. Dean up the far sideline. She'll find Maddie Seiler. They'll pull it out. Winkler for a 3, top of the key. Glances off the front rim, and the rebound can't be run down by Dean. As it goes out of bounds, it'll be Chadron's ball with 1:05 left in the first half, 23-7. Gering on top, pressure broken. Ferguson with it. She'll bring it across the 10-second line. Find Klemke. Fuller on the right side holds it. 2-hand pass to Ferguson down low. They find Fuller on the cut. She can't convert on the layup. Rebound bounces right back to her. Chadron still with the ball. They get it inside to Ferguson. She can't convert on the layup, and the rebound battled for. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay at the Chadron end. 43 seconds left. Jaylee McCartney will inbound it at the Chadron end. Lob got on top. Seiler almost had it. They'll work quickly left side to McCartney. Out on top, Klemke. She'll bring it into the center circle. Find Fuller down low. And Fuller puts it up and in. her first 2 points of the game, 23-9, and a timeout on the floor taken by Chadron. And a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here from Gering High School. Glad you could join us here tonight on 106.9 The Trail, KHYYFM.com, and on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500 here tonight. We'll be right back here tomorrow night as Scotts Bluff comes to town. Chris Cottrell will bring you all the action tomorrow in a girl-boy doubleheader as the crosstown rivalry gets underway here at Gering High School. 32 seconds left here in the first half. Gering with the ball against no Chadron pressure. And Maddie Seiler will walk it across with 26 seconds left. Bounce high post to Dean. She hands it to Seiler, and Seiler tripped it on her way to the bird. Lost her balance. Looked like she might have been tripped, but she just lost her balance and loosed the handle on the ball. And that'll be Chadron's ball. Annika Burke back into the Chadron lineup with those 2 personal fouls. Daniels will trigger the inbound. Gets it to Ferguson and gets it right back. Daniels brings it across, picked up by Freeze. They'll get it to McCartney as they work it to Garrett. Top of the key, 8 seconds left. Garrett on the dribble, takes it right side, picked up by Seiler, picks up her dribble, 2 seconds left. McCartney, will she get off the shot? No. And the first half ends, and Gering with a commanding 23-9 lead here at halftime. Stay with us. We'll come back, recap the individual scoring in this one as Gering leads Chadron 23-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We do 2 pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
(23-9), Gering leading Chadron here at halftime as Gering led it 12-3 at the end of the first quarter. They hold Chadron to 6 points in the second quarter. Gering scores 11 points in that second quarter to lead it here at halftime, 23-9. We will come back, recap the individual scoring, but at halftime, Gering leads Chadron 23-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Jeff Kelly back here at Gering High School. We're at halftime, and Gering on top against Chadron 23-9. The individual scoring totals look this way. First for Chadron, only 4 players getting into the scorebook, led by J.C. Garrett, as she had 3 points to lead all Chadron scores. 2 points each for Demi Ferguson, Micah Fuller, and Annika Burke. On the Gering side of the ledger, Sid Winkler with 5 points here at the halftime break. 4 points for Kiera Wyo. Or check that, Chloe Freeze leading the way with 7 points. Kiera Wyo with 4, Maddie Seiler with 4, and Nikki Todd with 3 points for Gering, as Gering comfortably on top here at halftime, holding Chadron to single digits in both the first and second quarters. And at halftime, it's Gering 23, Chadron 9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
You may look forward to spending the seasons with family in your home, but not when these critters come knocking on your door. That's where Benzel Pest Control saves the day. Family owned since 1976, we provide prompt, professional, and efficient services to keep your home or business safe and secure all year round.
With 3 generations and more than 4 decades of service to the Nebraska Panhandle and Southeast Wyoming, Benzel Pest Control is the only name in all seasons pest defense.
And back here at Gering High School, Gering on top of Chadron 23-9. As we said, Gering coming into tonight's action riding a 2-game winning streak, but Chadron riding a 3-game winning streak. The last time these two teams met up back on January 5th, Chadron led 15-11 at the half, but a big second quarter for Chloe Fries as she gets all 7 of her points in that second quarter. And she is one of 4 seniors on this Gering girls team who were honored before tonight's action. And right now, Chloe Fries leading all scorers in this one with 7 points. We'll come back with more at halftime from Gering as Gering leads Chadron 23-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
And welcome back to Gering High School. Jeff Kelly with you here tonight from the Logos broadcast booth. And be sure to stop in the Logos before or after the game. Have the guys print something up for you at Logos, 1344 10th Street in Gering. We'll have the boys game following this one, as the last time Gering and Chadron met up, Gering came away with the win. After going 1-1 at the Hershey tournament, they lost to Hershey in the championship game, but Gering coming off of a tough weekend, a heartbreaking loss to Gordon Rushville last Friday night, and then got, I don't want to say blown out of the gym, but were able to score 19 points against Gillette in the contest last Saturday. Chadron out on the floor, Gering yet to make an appearance, so let's take another break. At halftime, Gering leads Chadron 23-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Back here at Gering High School, Gering on top of Chadron, 23-9 here at halftime. And the college volleyball season kicked off tonight. And for the Huskers, ranked number 5 coming into the season, they get the 3-set sweep over Indiana tonight on the road by scores of 25-22, 25-20, and 25-17. Lexi Sun with 11 kills on the night, and the Husker offense improved as the match went on. They finished hitting .317 for the match. 5 players recorded at least 6 kills for the Huskers, and those two teams will meet up again tomorrow afternoon as the volleyball playing in a Big Ten schedule only, and they will play 2 games back-to-back against the same team. So Huskers will be in Bloomington, Indiana tomorrow once again to take on Indiana, but a good start for the Husker volleyball team tonight as they get a 3-set sweep over Indiana. Ready for second half action as starting 5 for Chadron, it'll be Garrett, McCartney, Burke, along with Ferguson and Daniels. And for Chadron in the road, red uniforms here tonight with white letters and numbers trimmed in black. And for Gering, it's Winkler, Awayo, Nikki Todd, Chloe Freeze, and Carly Bazanka. Nikki Todd playing with 3 personal fouls. So we'll see if she can stay out of foul trouble here in this second half. Chadron to inbound far sideline. Chadron will work right to left in this second half. As the toss comes in backcourt to J.C. Garrett, picked up there by Winkler on the dribble, right side, top of the key to McCartney. To a while, back to Garrett. Garrett drives right side, takes it baseline, down low. Shot off the mark. Bazanko comes down with the rebound. Outlet pass quickly to Chloe Freeze. Freeze drives right side. The runner doesn't go. Ferguson comes down with the rebound for Chadron, and Chadron will come the other way. Ferguson to McCartney, right side, outside. Burke pops out, top of the key, inside. Ferguson in the paint, down low against Bazanka. Shot high off the glass, doesn't go. Nikki Todd with the rebound for Gering, ahead to Awayo, and Gering throws it away. And a turnover for Gering will give it right back to Chadron. As Gering sets up full court pressure. McCartney to trigger it in. Looking, she'll find Burke. Burke in the backcourt. Right back to McCartney. McCartney will bring it across herself. Against Awayo. Goes to the left side, finds Burke and gets it right back. One dribble to Garrett. Right side, outside, lob down low. Ferguson against Bazanka. And Demi Ferguson puts it up and in. Makes it 23-11. Chadron gets on the board first here to start this second half. Freeze into the paint, right side. Shot comes up short. And Chadron will come down with it. Garrett brings it across. Free throw line, bounce down low to Ferguson. Scores it and she's fouled. Demi Ferguson gets Chadron off to a quick start here in this third quarter, and it's a 10-point Chadron lead as Demi Ferguson, a 5'9" freshman, hits on the three-point play. She's got 7 points, and Steve Land wants a full timeout. 23-14, Gering leads it on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Holiday recycling tips.
The holidays bring wrapping paper, boxes, and trees. Remember, when done with these items, recycle them. Wrapping paper can be collected and recycled in one of the city's recycling bins. Boxes can be collapsed and stored to use later or recycled. Finally, your old Christmas tree can be dropped off at this location. This holiday season, give thanks and a start to a healthier new year. Me at Tri-City Stormwater.
A 4-0 run by Chadron to start this second half, and it's 23-14. Off the three-point play, Gering with the ball. A Weil pull-up jumper from the free throw line. She drops that one, and Kiera Weil with 6. Makes it 25-14. Gering their first points. More than a minute and a half into the second quarter. Garrett into the paint. The runner with the left hand rattles in. As J.C. Garrett makes it 25-16. Driving is Winkler into the paint. And she draws the foul. J.C. Garrett will pick up the personal foul. That'll be the third on her. And each team with one team foul. And Maddie Seiler checking in for Gering for Sid Winkler. Gering to triggered in at their offensive end. Quickly top of the key to Seiler. Left side, Ohio puts it on the deck. Right back to Seiler. 3-ball on the way. Off the mark. Burke comes down with the rebound. She'll bring it across herself, the 6'2" senior. Daniels with it. Cross-court pass. Here's McCartney. Dump it down low, baseline. Daniels out on top, back to Garrett. Chadron will reset on the offense. Around the arc from left to right. They work it inside to Burke, and the pass goes off her hands. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Gering's ball. As they lead it by 9. Garrett picking up Maddie Seiler in the backcourt. Seiler takes it left side, loose the handle, regains, and it's knocked to the floor. Still has the ball, and we'll have a held ball. And the possession arrow will keep it at the Gering end. 5:16 left in the third quarter, 25-16. Gering on top. Coming in for Chadron, it'll be Lainey Klemke. As a while, Wolf triggered in. Baseline right, quickly into Maddie Seiler. Seiler into the paint. Outside freeze. Chloe drives with the right hand off the glass, and it won't fall in. Battle for the rebound as Pazanka goes over the back of J.C. Garrett. And Carly picks up her first personal foul. Second team foul on Gering. Pressure now by Gering. Backcourt, Klemke on the dribble, picked up there by Chloe Freeze. Takes it on the right. Hand dribble to the right side to McCartney. Left side pass, work it down low, low block to Burke. Against Nikki Todd, puts up a step back shot. Rebound, tipped around in the hands of Ohio. Outlet pass, Freeze on the run out. Chloe puts it up and in. Chloe Freeze with 9, 27-16. Gering on top after a 4-0 run by Chadron to start this third quarter. Klemke, right side, outside. Burke pops out high post, left side pass inside. They go to Ferguson. Ferguson spins to the basket, and she's fouled on the shot attempt. And that'll put Demi Ferguson at the free throw line. And Maddie Seiler picks up the personal foul. She's now with 3 personal fouls along with Nikki Todd for Gering. Ferguson connects on the first one. She has 8. Fuller in to the Chadron lineup as Ferguson off on the second one. Pazanka rips down the rebound. Gets it ahead to Seiler. Seiler on the dribble. Left side. Cross-court pass. Awio drives right side against Garrett, puts up the runner, it won't drop. And battling for the rebound is Maddie Seiler. And Garrett called for the personal foul. And that will be the 4th on J.C. Garrett, the 5'3" junior for Chadron. And she'll quickly come out of the Chadron lineup. And Jayla McCartney back in, and a timeout taken by Chadron. 27-17, Gering leads it on the West Coast scoreboard.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Out of the timeout, Gering triggers it in. The toss in comes to Awio, right back to Bazanka, down low. Carly spins to the basket, can't convert. Rebound still tipped around. Kiera Awio comes out of there with it, gives it to Freeze. Freeze drives left side, too far underneath, and Nikki Todd comes down with the rebound, but she's fouled on her putback. And Nikki Todd will go to the free throw line. As the foul was on Chadron's Demi Ferguson. She'll pick up her third team foul on Chadron. Nikki at the free throw line for the 2nd time in the game. Drains the first one. She's got 4 in the game. And Gering has opened up a 28-17 lead. Second one by Nikki on the way. That one won't fall as Fuller comes down with the rebound for Chadron. Gives it up to Klemke. She's got it center court on the right-handed dribble. Two-handed pass to McCartney. To Daniels. The 3 from Klemke. Check it, that was inside the arc for Klemke. Her first points of the game. 28-19. Gering. Freeze dumps it inside to Nikki Todd. Nikki will pull it back out. Cross-court pass, Seiler in the corner. Here's Pazanka, 2-hand pass cross-court to Awio. Awio, the runner into the paint, partially blocked. Daniels comes up with the ball for Chadron. Gets it ahead to Annika Burke on the right side. Klemke and try to go inside to Fuller. It's tipped away. Fuller regains. Skip pass into the corner. Ferguson. Burke, they work it around. Now they get down low. Inside to Fuller. Micah Fuller puts it up and in. And it's a 7-point Gering lead with 2:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. High post, here's Todd from 15 feet away, off the glass and in. Nikki Todd with 6. And Gering jumps out on top by 9 with 2.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Klemke pounds the dribble out front. They work it right side back to Klemke from Fuller. And Maddie Seiler sticks a hand in there to try and knock it away from Klemke. And Maddie Seiler picks up her 4th personal foul. And coming in for Gering will be Jazz Wybera, Sydney Winkler, and Briley Dean. And Maddie Seiler will sit down with those 4 personal fouls. Gering with a 9-point lead. Get it inside in the paint to Fuller. Kick out to Klemke. Klemke with the jumper, and that is up and good for Lainey Klemke. She's got 4 points here in the 3rd quarter. 7-point Gering lead. Gering with the ball. Top of the key with it is Winkler. Quickly inside, they go to Pazanka. Pazanka drives, shot too strong. Burke comes out of there with the rebound. Gets it ahead to McCartney. To Ferguson. They look down low for Fuller, and they throw it over her head. And it'll go out of bounds. And it'll go over to Gering with 1:52 left here in the third quarter. Gering on top, 30-23. Winkler into the front court, Gering left to right. Top of the key, left side pass to Freeze, right back to Sid. She gets a screen from Briley Dean, puts up the jumper off the back rim. Burke comes down with the rebound. The outlet to Daniels. Daniels up the right side. Back to Burke. They work it, top of the key to Klemke. Right side pass to Daniels, skip pass down low to Burke, puts up a shot that won't go, but she'll draw the foul as the foul was on Gering Sydney Winkler. And Sid picks up her second, 5th team foul on Gering as Annika Burke, with only 2 points in the first half, drains the first free throw. Looking to make it a 5-point Gering lead here. Second one on the way from Burke. She connects on both of them. And it's a 5-point Gering lead with 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Sid Winkler into the front court on the dribble. Goes to Chloe Freeze, and Freeze travels with the ball. And the turnover will give it back to Chadron. They trailed 23-9 at halftime and have now cut it to a 5-point lead. Chadron with the ball, working inside Daniels, Fuller, back out on top, McCartney, top of the key, 3 off the glass and in. And McCartney makes it a 2-point ball game. Counted down in the third quarter as Freeze drives against Burke, shot blocked. And the jump ball, the possession arrow gives the ball to Chadron. And Chadron can tie it with the 2, take the lead with the 3 here in the third quarter. Chadron with pressure. They get it ahead to Burke. Burke, one dribble, has it knocked away from Bazanka. It's loose on the floor, and it'll stay with Chadron, and it's knocked out of bounds. Chadron with the ball. Here's Daniels with it. Marley Pinnett is tied up on the floor. And the possession arrow gives it back to Gering with 25.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Toss in comes to Sid Winkler. Sid across the 10-second line, quickly to high post to Bazanka. Back to Winkler, drives right side, cut off, skip pass. Chloe Freeze to the free throw line. 10 seconds left. Wybera for a 3 ball, misses the mark. Freeze runs it down on the left side. Back to Dean, 4 seconds left. Inside, Bazanka, ball fake, throws it up at the basket, gets it back and puts it in. They'll say no, it doesn't count. And at the end of the third quarter, it's Gering 30, Chadron 28 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
We start the fourth quarter with a 2-point ball game here from Gering, as Chadron outscoring Gering in that third quarter by a count of 19-7, 30-28. Gering by 2. Chadron with the ball to start this final 8 minutes. The inbounds pass comes to Klemke. She's picked up by Wybera. Finds Ferguson on the left side. Now they work at right side. Klemke. Klemke picked up there by Awayo. Loop pass out on top to Daniels. They get it inside to Burke. Continue to work around the outside of the arc. They try to go inside to Ferguson. Knocked away by Carly Pazanka. Gering with the ball. Quickly up the floor. Here comes Winkler. Bounce down low. Todd against Burke. She'll nothing doing. She'll kick it back out to Winkler. They'll go right back to Nikki for the baseline jumper. Too strong. Pazanka trying to corral the rebound. They'll say it went off of Annika Burke. And they'll keep it at the Gering end. 30-28. Gering on top by 2. Inbounds comes to Winkler for a baseline jumper, and Sid drains it for 2. And Gering on top by 4. McCartney with it, right side for Chadron. Lob it down low inside to Burke against Nikki Todd. Double team. Nikki gets a hand in there, knocks it away. But they're going to keep it at the Chadron end. Nikki playing with 3 personal fouls. Chadron will inbound as they work right to left. Baseline right on the inbound. Toss out on top. McCartney. She runs it down between the circles. Go to inside to Ferguson. Skip pass. Outside to Burke from 15 feet away. Annika Burke hits for her 6th point of the game, and we're back to a 2-point game with 6:46 left in the game. Aguayo tries to get the pass. McCartney tips it away, and then McCartney throws it into the hands of Klemke to the basket. Shot doesn't go, but she's fouled by Sid Winkler. And that'll put Klemke at the free throw line. Winkler with 3 personal fouls, 6 team fouls for Gering. And Klemke can tie it if she drains both these free throws. First one is up and in for Klemke. And we've got a 1-point game, a chance here to tie it. And that one rattles in for Klemke, and we're tied at 32, the first tie in this game. Comes with 6:36 left in the game. Klemke out, and Ferguson in, or check that, Fuller in for Chadron. Winkler brings in the front court, high post in Nikki Todd, kick out back to Awayo. They work at left side. Here's Chloe Freeze with it. Chloe, one dribble. Now from left to right. Sid Winkler for 3. That misses everything. Awayo saves from going out of bounds. Freeze picks up the loose ball. Gering controls. Back to Awayo on the right side. 2-3 zone being played by Chadron inside to Nikki Todd. She loosed the handle. Loose ball picked up by Daniels. Daniels brings it across. Gets it to Burke. Burke almost traveled. They get it to McCartney. Down low to Fuller. Fuller spins to the basket and puts it up and in. And Chadron takes their first lead of the game with 5:45 left in the game, 34-32. Freeze, high post. Nikki Todd right back to Chloe. Chloe finds Awayo. Here on the dribble, back outside to Freeze. Top of the key, Winkler with it. On the dribble, left side, two-handed chest pass to Chloe Freeze. Back to Awayo from the top of the key for 3 off the back iron. Burke there with the rebound for Chadron. The outlet comes to Daniels up the left side. Daniels picks up her dribble. Right back to Burke. Inside the arc, Ferguson for a 2. Won't find the bottom of the basket, and Gering with 5 minutes left, trailing by 2. Freeze, the runner, won't roll in. Rebound to Nikki Todd. She's tied up down low, and a foul called on Annika Burke. And that'll be the 3rd on Burke, 4th team foul on Chadron. So checking in will be Garrett along with Klemke as Daniels and McCartney check out for Chadron. Gering will inbound. Winkler looking. 5-second call on. He tries to bounce it in, throws the ball away. And Chadron has it, leading by 2 with 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. Garrett against Winkler at the Chadron end. Right side pass, Klemke, top of the key to Burke. Outside to Garrett, wide open for a three. Front iron, Nikki Todd rips down the rebound for Gering. She'll give it up to Maddie Seiler, who's into the Gering lineup. To Winkler, right back to Maddie Seiler. Seiler, top of the key. To Freeze, back to Seiler for three. Won't fall in, and a foul on the rebound. And the foul was on Nikki Todd. She picks up her fourth. 7th team foul on Gering, so we will walk to the Chadron end. With 4:22 left, Chadron leading it 34-32, which is the exact score, the exact final score of the game back on January 5th. J.C. Garrett, a 5'3" senior, will step to the free throw line as Fuller out, McCartney in for Chadron. Gering led it 23-9 at halftime. Garrett drains the first one. Six for Garrett. Chadron by 3. Looking to make it Chadron by 4 as Garrett drains them both. 36-32 with 4:21 left in the game, and the pass goes through the hands of Sid Winkler. And another Gering turnover. We'll give it back to Chadron as Kiera Awayo checks in for Chloe Freeze. Gering will set up full court pressure. Chadron will inbound near sideline. They get it into Klemke. Klemke in the offensive end for Chadron. Hounded by Winkler. Ball knocked away, stolen away by Nikki Todd to Seiler. Maddie on the dribble. She'll pull it out. Give it to Winkler for a 3 ball. Back iron. Rebound pulled down by Awayo. Gering keeps it there, offensive end, trailing by 4. Here's Seiler, top of the key. To Awayo, and Steve Land wants a timeout. 3:49 left in the game, 36-32. Chadron leads Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Back at Gering High School, 36-32. Chadron leading Gering out of the timeout. Gering with the ball. Right side pass to Awayo, gets a screen from Seiler. The pass intended to Seiler to Winkler. Tip back outside to Awayo for a 3 ball. Won't fall in. Battle for the rebound. Daniels comes down with it for Chadron. Garrett into the front court to McCartney, right side outside, lob it inside, down low Ferguson, drives baseline, bounce pass, back out on top, they get it to Burke. Work it right side to McCartney to Garrett. Garrett will pull it out, 3:14 left in the game. McCartney double team, far sideline looking, throws it away, and the pressure by Gering forces a turnover as Ferguson couldn't corral the pass, and Gering has it trailing by 4. 3 minutes left in the game. Awayo with it on the left side. She'll bring it top of the key on the bounce. To Winkler, back to Awayo, drives, dishes, Seiler with it. She'll give it up to Winkler. Winkler drives the runner, high off the glass, doesn't fall. Pazanka rebound, put back. Carly Pazanka with 3. 36-34, 2:38 left. McCartney goes behind her back on the dribble, trapped on the near sideline. She gets it to Garrett. She loses the handle and then Garrett fouls Kiera Wyo as the team start the other way, and that will be the 5th and final foul on Chadron's J.C. Garrett. She will foul out with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And coming back in is Klemke for Chadron. Gering trailing by 2 with the ball. Left side pass a while. Kiera on the dribble, a bounce to Winkler to Seiler on the right side. 2-3 zone by Chadron. Left side pass, Sid Winkler. They look inside for Pazanka, knocked away. Chadron with the ball as we near the 2-minute mark. Klemke on the dribble, picks it up, top of the key, throws it through the hands of McCartney. And Gering with another chance with exactly 2 minutes left in the game to try and tie this one with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Seiler into the front court, right side pass to Winkler. Back to Maddie Seiler. Seiler drives against Burke. The runner comes up short, but a foul called. Thought Maddie was going to get called for palming the ball. And the foul was on Demi Ferguson. That'll be her 4th. 6-team foul as Seiler steps to the free throw line. Shooting 61%, drains the first one. 36-35. It's Micaiah Fuller in for Chadron. Chance to tie it right here, and Maddie Seiler with 2 free throws ties the game at 36 with 1:45 left in the game. Chadron with the ball. McCartney, 1 dribble, finds Ferguson. Now they'll work it left side. Daniels, bounce out on top, Fuller. Fuller on the dribble against Seiler. Here's McCartney for a 3 ball. That glances off the side of the rim. Nikki Todd comes down with a rebound. Outlet, Seiler up the left side into the paint to the basket. Shot doesn't go, but she draws the foul. And Maddie Seiler will go to the free throw line for 2 foul shots. Jayla McCartney picks up her 2nd personal foul. And Maddie Seiler, who was just at the free throw line, drained those 2. She'll try to do it again to try and break this 36-all tie, and she does. Seiler with 7 points in the contest. 4 at halftime. Second one on the way. Maddie Seiler, 4 straight free throws. Gering by 2, 38-36, 1:18 left. Pressure by Gering, they get it ahead to Ferguson. McCartney on the right side, double teamed. And Chadron head coach John McLean wants a 30-second timeout. 38-36, Gering leads it by 2. We'll keep it right here. Well, for more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Join us again tomorrow night, right back here at Gering High School, Gering and Scotts Bluff. Doubleheader action on 106.9 The Trail and also on KNEB.TV. Chris Cottrell with all the action in that one. Out of the timeout, Chadron with the ball at their offensive end as they work right to left. The inbounds toss comes to Ferguson, finds Daniels, 3 ball on the way. That misses everything. Seiler comes out of there with the rebound. She'll outlet to Bazanka and get it right back on the handoff. We're underneath 1:58 left. Winkler. They work it to Bazanka on the left side. Skip pass to Winkler, back to Wyo, and a foul called with 46 seconds left. And the foul was on Fuller. And she'll pick up her 1st and the team 8th. And Kiera Wyo at the free throw line. And here comes Klemke into the Chadron lineup for Fuller. So a third quarter that got away from Gering here tonight. But they battled back to take a 2-point lead as Kiera misses the front end with 43 seconds left. We've got a 2-point ball game. Daniels quickly up the floor, picked up by Pazanka, picks up her dribble, and John McLean, he calls a 30-second timeout with 36.4 seconds left. And once again, we'll keep it right here. Good crowd on hand here tonight, despite only friends and family being allowed in here this evening. And 4 seniors on this Gering team here tonight were honored before the game. Kiera Wyo, Kale Morris, Chloe Fries, and Jazz Wybera. And I'm sure they will do the same prior to the boys game. And we'll tell you about those seniors on the boys side on our setup for the boys game. Out of the timeout, Chadron will inbound far sideline at their offensive end with 36 seconds left. Ferguson to trigger it in, looking, lobs it inside, finds Klemke. Klemke falls to the floor. McCartney picks up the loose ball in the corner. Ferguson inside the arc, air ball tipped around. It'll be Gering's ball with 27 seconds left in the game. And Steve Land calling a timeout. And none of the officials have seen him yet. And now Paul Eden says it's a timeout. And it'll be a full timeout for Gering. 38-36, Gering leads it by 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
The holidays are a time to connect with family, with friends, with each other. After a busy year, the holidays are the perfect time for laughing together, playing together, talking together, and celebrating together. Spend time this holiday season connecting with the people that mean the world to you, and let Allo take care of the connectivity.
27 seconds left. Gering leads it by 2. Pressure by Chadron. The inbounds pass comes to Sid Winkler. Gets it ahead to Maddie Seiler in the corner a while. Charts a drive baseline, and Kiera fouled with 21.6 seconds left. That'll put Kiera at the free throw line as Annika Burke checks into the Chadron lineup. It was 30-28 at the end of 3 after Gering led 23-9 at halftime. Gering outscored 19-7 in the third quarter as Kiera too strong on the first one. Rebound run down and a no held ball call. Chadron with it. McCartney has it tipped away by Maddie Seiler. 12 seconds left. Long down court pass. Awio on the left side gets it to Carly Pazanka. And Pazanka fouled by Jaylee McCartney. Quick hands by Maddie Seiler tipped that ball away. McCartney had an open path to the basket. And it'll put Carly Pazanka at the free throw line with 7.8 seconds left. And Carly off on the first one. 10th team foul on Chadron, as the foul was on McCartney, as we said, her third. Carly's second one, she drains that one. She's got 4. And a timeout, a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it right here. Stay with us. We'll have the Runs and Post Game show and name our Taco John's player of the game in this one. Probably get some post-game comments from Steve Land, and then we will set you up for the boys game between Chadron and Gering here tonight. Gering busy next week as Tuesday night Torrington comes to town. Then Thursday, Gering on the road at Bayard, and then turn it around Friday night, and Gering will travel to Alliance. And we'll have all those games for you right here on the Rural Radio Network. Chadron to inbound with 7.8 seconds left. Gering with pressure. Chadron will have to go the length of the court. Inbounds toss comes to Burke. Quickly to Klumke. She loose, the hand, a loose ball picked up by Sid Winkler to Maddie Seiler, and Seiler fouled by Macy Daniels with 3.3 seconds left. Maddie Seiler will step to the free throw line for Gering. Macy Daniels commits her first personal foul. And Maddie down the stretch from the free throw line has been money tonight. She has 9 points in the game. Gering has opened up a 4-point lead. Second one on the way. Seiler 2 for 2. She's got 10. Gering 41-36. They're going to get their 8th win of the year as at the buzzer the shot off the glass, and Gering wins it 41-36 on the West Coast scoreboard.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff. And welcome to the Runs Of Post-Game Show. A close, exciting game here on the girls' side as Gering jumped out to an early 12-3 lead after the first quarter. And Gering led 23-9 at halftime, but a big third quarter by Chadron. They outscore Gering 19-7 to cut it to a 2-point game at the end of the third quarter. Gering led by 2, 30-28 at the end of the third quarter, but Chadron in the fourth quarter came back to tie the game at 32, and Chadron took their first lead of the game, or tied the game at 34, I should say. They took a 34-32 lead, their first lead of the game with 5:45 left in the game,
And then they went on an 8-2 run to open up a 36-34 lead. But down the stretch, Gering from the free throw line. After the game was tied at 36, they score the final 6 points of the game, mostly from the free throw line, to pull out the 41-36 win. And this is the Runza post-game show. Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza with locations in Scottsbluff, Gering, and Chadron. We will come back and recap the individual scoring in this one as Gering goes to 8-7 on the year, and their winning streak goes to 3 games as they defeat Chadron 41-36 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Welcome back here on the Runza post-game show as the Gering girls get the win 41-36 over Chadron. And a game that Gering was in control throughout probably the first, let's say 23 minutes of the game, and then Chadron made it a close one at 28-30. At the end of the third quarter, Gering's lead was cut to 2 points as Steve Land making his way here towards our broadcast position. We'll get some comments from Steve. First half, great start. Third quarter was kind of really the difference in this one here tonight.
Yeah, it was big, and I really warned our kids at halftime that we hadn't proved a thing. In fact, I was disappointed with the first half, the fact that we should have had about 32 points on the board. And, when we had them down, we needed to pull up the throttle a little bit more, which I think we just kind of relaxed a little bit there the last 3 or 4 minutes of the half. And we let down a little bit. They were a little cold get out of the gate, start shooting the ball, but I knew that would come around, and it did in the second half. So we got off to a dismal start in the third quarter, and that's usually a sign of getting beat. So I'm happy that our kids competed. When we're down 4, we were having trouble finding any offense against their zone. They kind of packed it in and tried to beat us from perimeter shooting, and we weren't shooting the ball real well. So, it was a tactic that I told our coaches that I would stay in that zone the whole time because we haven't proven ourselves that we can shoot ourselves out of it. So a gutty performance. I think Maddie Seiler had a big night, especially down the stretch. A couple steals, made 4 for 4 down the free throws. So, overall, exciting game for the fans, but something that we should have never been into.
Yeah, talk about the start you got off to, though, tonight. It was a great start. You hold Chadron to single digits in the first 2 quarters tonight. A good job on the defensive side, I thought.
Yeah, we talked about we wanted to up the tempo of the game. We wanted to be in their face. I think Gillette did that to us. And we wanted to make sure that we played that kind of defense, which we did. And then I wrote urgency up on the board, and I asked them what that meant, and they had to tell me what it meant. And he says, that's what we have to play with, and I thought our Gear girls did play with a lot of urgency that first half.
How much trouble did their zone give you tonight?
Quite a bit. We finally started running our man off against it because we were standing around too much, and nobody wanted to shoot the ball. So we got more movement that way, and then we forced a couple things here and there, but hopefully tomorrow night or 4 o'clock when we play Scotts Bluff, nobody's having the shooting wolves from the outside. But I told our girls to enjoy this game, but not for very long, because we're turn ourselves to Scotts Bluff for tomorrow.
Well, it was an exciting one here tonight. Your team, I think, showed a lot of growth. You were able to get the win last Saturday against Gillette, where you had to come back and you hung on tonight. How much growth have you think you've seen from your team this past week?
Well, I'm hoping a lot, but our practice schedule wasn't very good. We got junior high games up here, and so we're having to go over to Little Lincoln Elementary, and it's not a full court, so it's tough to get our legs underneath us and see the full court. But we have to do what we have to do as a school to get all our kids in, get them to play and stuff. So hopefully we'll have more gym space next week.
All right, Steve. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
All right. Gering gets the win, 41-36 over Chadron here tonight, to move to 8-7 on the year. And we are in the Runs a Post-Game show. And let's look at the individual scoring. First on the Chadron side of the ledger, as I get the right scorebook in front of me here. 3 points tonight for Jayla McCartney, 7 points for J.C. Garrett. She fouled out with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Demi Ferguson finishes with 8. Laney Klemke with 6 points tonight for Chadron. Micaiah Fuller finishes with 6, and Annika Burke with 6 points for Chadron here tonight. Leading the way for Gering tonight, Maddie Seiler with 10 points, and she was 4 for 4 from the free throw line, as you heard head coach Steve Land just say on the post-game show, as she ends with 10 points here tonight. Right behind her, Chloe Fries with 9, 6 points for Nikki Todd and Kiera Weil. Sid Winkler finishes with 7 here tonight, and Carly Pazanka with 4 points for Gering, as Gering gets the win to move to 8-7 on the year, and they are now riding a 3-game winning streak here tonight. Well, now time to name our Taco John's Player of the Game, and the Player of the Game is brought to you by Taco John's of Scotts Bluff and Gering. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. Gering girls get the win, 41-36 over Chadron on the West Coast scoreboard. Back with more as we get ready for the boys game from Gering High School.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scotts Bluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scotts Bluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
We're back between games here this Friday evening. Gering High School, the location, with the Bulldogs set to take on Chadron here in boys action. Girls game wrapped up just a little bit ago. We'll get it back to Jeff Kelly coming up in a few minutes. Chris Cottrell, time to visit, though, right now with Gering boys coach Kyle Cotton. Pre-game coaches' comments brought to you by The Zone at Scotts Bluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his staff, and you can be in the zone. Guess it's time to start preparing for the spring season. You can be in the zone all season long. Coach, visited with with Coach Land earlier, and we were talking about a tremendous two-game weekend last weekend for their program, and just really the opposite for you guys with the loss to Gordon Rushville on Friday night, and then maybe as expected, but the margin of victory on Saturday against Campbell County out at Gillette. So a disappointing two-game weekend for you. Some overall thoughts as you kind of reflect on that?
Yeah, it was very disappointing. I thought we'd made some strides the week before against Chadron and Sydney. Thought we were, kind of getting it figured out, and then we came out against Gordon Rushville and didn't play with the kind of intensity and urgency that I'd like to see out of our program. And then, Campbell County was a great team, and they kind of exposed some of our weaknesses. And it was tough to see how we played Friday night. And, we responded Saturday in the first half against Campbell County, which I like to see. But we just weren't able to continue that in the second half against them.
So I'm guessing this two-game weekend with Chadron and Scottsbluff, both in your gym, this is going to tell you a lot about your kids and maybe individually some of these guys and what they're made of, huh?
Yeah, I think we have a resilient group. I don't think at times we handle pressure as best as we can. But every time I challenge these guys, they come back and, they work hard and they really try to overcome any adversity that's coming at them. And we've talked about how important each game is. We haven't had an easy game, quote unquote, all year. Our schedule's been loaded with good teams. And so we have to perform every night. And, tonight's no different. We have to make sure we come out and play well. We beat Chadron once already at their place. I know Coach Berry's going to have them ready to go. And they're going to be fired up to come in here and play against us.
Of your 4 wins, that was really one of the better. I mean, all your wins have been pretty solid, but going up to Chadron and winning a game at their place against a team that's got multiple kids that can run and get off the floor and have good leaping ability, hit the offensive glass. I mean, that was one of your better performances of the year.
Yeah, I would agree. We didn't start the game off real well, and then Brett hit a deep three and kind of got our offense going, and then the defense kind of fed off of that. I thought we played really well for a majority of that game. And it's probably the most complete game we've played in, the 2 years I've been here. So for us to be successful, we're going to have to do the exact same thing again.
I was over at Jack Franklin's little baseball signing as he's getting ready to head down to Friends University in Kansas next year, and I asked him a basketball question. I said, hey, as we're coming down the stretch, what's it going to take for you guys to kind of reach your ceiling? Whatever that ceiling is, what's it take for you guys to kind of hit that and find your stride at the right time of year? And he said, we can't really overnight change our talent level, but one thing we can control is our effort and playing hard every night. And he said if we just play hard every night, we can control that. That's going to help us, play to our best.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and that's what we've been preaching. Jack's been a great ambassador for our program the last 2 years, and we're thrilled that he signed on to play college baseball. He's just a great kid. He's got a great feel for life and for the game and a good perspective. And he's right. For us to be successful, we have to play hard on every possession. We got to make it tough on the team we're playing against, and do what we can do well and only control the things we can control. Our attitude and effort, number one, and then just compete each and every possession.
I've got this typed up from my TV script here. It says, Franklin's best assets for the Friends baseball program are what coaches love. Tough, coachable, hardworking, good teammate.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's probably the best way to describe him. He's just a great overall kid. His parents should be really proud of him, and the Gering community should be really proud of him. He's a great ambassador, like I said, not just to our program, but to every program and to the school.
Chadron's 8-5, Coach. What sort of adjustments have you seen them make? What's the film telling you about how they've improved as this season's moved along?
Yeah, they're super athletic. I think they're getting guys in good positions to score offensively, defensively. They've been good all year with that athleticism and size. So for us to be successful, we're going to have to make sure that we kind of negate what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the ball inside, work inside out. So we're going to have to try to keep them, out of the paint and play well on the perimeter against their guards.
some keys there. Let's get to an official key to the game, maybe touch on something from the offensive side of things. Key to the game right now with Gering boys coach Kyle Cotton, brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of that lifetime warranty that you get with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. You mentioned really some of the things you have to do on one end of the floor. What do you guys have to do well? I mean, look, you got to score more than the other team. What's it going to take for you guys to get some points on the board in this one?
Well, first of all, we got to take care of the ball. We've been doing a better job. We're still averaging over 20 turnovers a game, which isn't a recipe for success at this level. So if we can take care of the ball and move the ball around, move our guys into certain areas, and then, obviously knock down shots when we have open ones, that's what it's going to take. But it's going to be a lot more than just that. We're going to have the right effort and the right mentality when we come in and step on the court.
There you have it from Kyle Cotton. Gering boys set to host Chadron coming up here in just a few minutes. Coach, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck in this one, and then we'll talk to you tomorrow for Scotts Bluff.
All right, thank you.
We'll come back with more. Get it back to Jeff right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scotts Bluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Girls game, the Gering girls go to 8-7 on the season as they defeat the Chadron girls to avenge loss to Chadron back on the 5th of January as Gering wins it 41-36. Maddie Seiler, our Taco John's player of the game, as she goes 4 for 4 from the line down the stretch to seal that win for Gering after Chadron came back and took the lead in the game at 34-32. They took the lead with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, and the game was tied at 36 apiece before Gering went on a 6-0 run down the stretch to seal that win for Gering. And they've got Scotts Bluff coming here to the Holiday Family of Companies Dome here tomorrow night, as we will have the introduction of the seniors as we did in the boys game, or in the girls game I should say, as the seniors for the boys team: Brett Pazanka, Jack Franklin, Hunter Hayden, Austin Mitchell, and Joe Wybera. And Jack Franklin, the first player introduced, and of course you heard in the pregame interview, on his way to Friends College and NAIA school to play some baseball. And we'll see him on the diamond this summer as he plays for Post 36. And along Hunter Hayden, the second senior, being introduced. Of course, the last time these two teams met up, Gering and Chadron, Gering got the win 56-42. As Gering led 10-8 after the first quarter. Gering outscoring Chadron 16-13 in the second quarter to lead 26-21 at half. Both teams with 14 points in the third quarter, and Gering led by 5 at the end of 3, 40-37. And in the fourth quarter, Gering outscoring Chadron 16-12 for the win. Here's Austin Mitchell being introduced here this evening. And our next senior will be Brett Pazanka. And then Joe Wybera will be the final senior being introduced here tonight. In that game with Chadron back on January 5th, Brett Pazanka led the way, 22 points. He was 4 for 8 from beyond the arc. He pulled down 5 rebounds. Jack Franklin right behind him with 13 points. He was 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Max Greeley chipped in 10 points, and Caden Bonsack had 9 rebounds for Gering. So Gering boys will try to get back on the winning track here tonight, as they are currently riding a 2-game losing streak. Come in tonight at 4-9, and Chadron coming in at 8-5 on the season, as the 5 seniors on the boys team introduced here tonight. Prior to this boys game, as Gering gets set to take on Chadron, and then Scottsbluff comes to town tomorrow night, and then next week 3 games for Gering. Home here against Torrington Tuesday night, on the road in Bayard Thursday night, and then they'll wrap up next week on the road in Alliance on Friday night for Gering. Gering, of course, will be the home team here tonight. They will be in the white home uniforms. And Chadron will be the road team here tonight in the black uniforms. For Chadron, they lost to Alliance last Friday, 65-32. Alliance led throughout. They led 9-2 after the first. They outscored Chadron 23-8 in the second to lead 32-10 at halftime. Alliance outscoring Chadron 12-8 in the third, as Alliance led Chadron 44-18 after 3 quarters. And in the fourth quarter, Alliance outscoring Chadron 21-14 for the win. And you heard the Gillette game recap by Chris Cottrell. Not a good outing for Gering, as the introduction of the starting lineups. It'll be Dawson Dunbar along with Xander Province, Michael Sorensen, a 5'11 senior, Gaurav Shima, a 6'4 junior, and rounding out the starting 5 for Chadron, it'll be Justice Alcorn. For Gering, they will start this way. It'll be Max Greeley along with Brett Pazanka, Jack Franklin, Austin Mitchell will get the start here tonight for Gering, and they will put Joe Ibera in the starting lineup as one of those 5 seniors along with Hunter Hayden. And all of the seniors will get the start here tonight for Gering, as Austin Mitchell being introduced, and along with Joe Ibera for Gering. And the 5 seniors will get the start here tonight for Gering. Tori Schwartz, along with Paul Edens and Andrew Dick, are officials here tonight. And our opening tip will be brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. Brett Pazanka will jump it up against Xander Province. And we're set to get things underway here from Gering here this evening, as the Gering boys will try to get back on the winning track. And the tap controlled by Chadron. Chadron will move from left to right. Dunbar on the dribble out front, takes it left side, hands it to Shima. Shima, top of the key, picks up his dribble, back to Dunbar. Dunbar drives, cut off at the free throw line by Pazanka, looking. He'll find Alcorn. Alcorn goes behind his back to Michael Sorensen. Quickly into the corner, Shima puts it on the floor against Mitchell. To Dunbar, drives ball, slapped away, picked up by Sorensen. Shima, top of the key for 3. Back iron, high rebound, picked up by Jack Franklin. One of those 5 seniors, Gering right to left. One hand pass to Hunter Hayden. Hayden will bring it from right to left to Pazanka, into the paint, stripped away, loose on the floor, goes out of bounds, and they'll say it went off of Alcorn for Chadron. Keep it at the Gering end here. 7:09 left here in the game. In the first quarter, I should say, no score. Trigger inbound to Pazanka in the corner. Hunter Hayden holds the ball above his head, right out, back outside. Left side pass, Mitchell to Franklin. Looking inside for Wybera, and not there. Back to Pazanka, right side. Pass to Hunter Hayden. He'll find Mitchell. Back to Hunter Hayden, and Hayden gets called for traveling as he started his drive to the basket. Chadron in the black uniforms tonight, red letters and numbers trimmed in white for Chadron. Sorensen into the front court on the dribble, right side pass to Shima. Quickly to the left side, they lob it inside, pass thrown away. Brett Pazanka there to pick it up. Quickly head to Jack Franklin up the right side. Brett, cross-court pass, Hunter Hayden in the corner, Mitchell with it. As they work it around the outside of the arc. Now Franklin will pull it out, direct the offense for Chadron. On the right side to Brett Pazanka. 2 minutes in, we're scoreless. Here's Franklin on the right wing. Takes it baseline, cut off there. He'll put up a shot, partially blocked. Wybera, rebound, putback doesn't fall. Province there with the rebound. Outlet pass to Sorensen, ahead to Shima. Shima with it on the right side, he'll give it up to Alcorn. Alcorn on the dribble, he'll take it top of the key. Pull it out, look to the bench. 5:49 left, still no score. Alcorn spin move and traveling called, and that'll give it right back to Gering. And now Sam Rushelo into the Gering lineup for Joe Wybera. Here comes Max Greeley in for Hunter Hayden on the Gering side. So the 5 seniors getting to start this contest here tonight. 5:45 left. We're still scoreless in the first quarter. As the inbounds pass comes to Jack Franklin. High post, here's Mitchell with it. Back to Greeley. Max dish to Jack Franklin for a three that comes up short. Province on the rebound, on the push, loose the handle. Loose ball picked up by Mitchell. Outlet. Pazanka on the run out. Brett loses his balance, falls to the floor. Loose ball picked up by Sorensen. Chadron the other way. Alcorn in the corner. Shima, ball fake. Nothing doing. Back to Alcorn, spin move, double team. Shima, 3-ball on the way. Back iron, long rebound tipped around. Province pulls it down, whips it inside. Shima against the double team to the basket. Shot doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul. 5:06 left here in the first quarter. We're scoreless. And that'll put Gaurav Shima at the free throw line. Foul was on Sam Rushelo. He'll pick up his first, team's first. Shima off on the first one. He'll get a second one. And Hunter Hayden checks back in for Brett Pazanka. Shima's second free throw. He drains that one. And Chadron gets on the board with 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, 1-0. Greeley for Gering on the dribble. Left side pass to Rushelo, back to Jack Franklin. Working in the corner, Hunter Hayden. Hayden 2 dribbles. Back to Rushelo to Greeley as they work it around the outside of the arc. Greeley looked at the step back. Jumper didn't take it. Mitchell to Jack Franklin. Gering still looking for their first points of the game. Greeley has it in the right corner, gets a screen from Mitchell. Max will take it into the paint. No look pass, but he gets it right back. Jack Franklin with it. To Hayden, to Mitchell for 3. That one's off the mark. Hunter Hayden comes down with the rebound. Franklin top of the key. His 3 comes up short, and then Shima on the rebound, fouled by Hunter Hayden. And a slow start for both these teams. We're almost 4 minutes into this first quarter. 1-0. Chadron leading it. And Chadron with the ball. Dunbar into the front court for Chadron. Takes it to the right side on the dribble. Bounce in the corner to Alcorn. Alcorn will put it on the floor, 1 pass, high pass it. Dunbar has to jump for a skip pass in the corner. Shima has to pull it down, he'll get it to Sorensen. Back to Dunbar, high post. Province down low to Alcorn, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. That'll put Justice Alcorn at the free throw line to shoot 2. And Austin Mitchell picks up his first personal foul. Third team foul on Gering. 1-0 Chadron. Alcorn off the mark on the first one as Caden Bonsack comes into the Gering lineup. Austin Mitchell will take a seat on the bench. Alcorn, a 6'4" junior. Second one off the mark, long rebound. Greeley saves it from going out of bounds. Jack Franklin picks it up. Franklin into the front court for Gering. Gering right to left. They work it quickly to Greeley. Max drives, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. Helter-skelter first quarter here for Gering. Almost 5 minutes into this first quarter, Gering has not scored. And check Zach Werdekemper checking in. Gering triggers the inbound, get it into Jack Franklin, and he loses the handle, and will give it right back to Chadron. Dunbar will walk it across for Chadron. On the dribble, picks it up, finds Alcorn. Jump pass to Alcorn at the free throw line. They look down low, the pass, Tennifer Werdekemper. Intercepted. Gering the other way, still looking for their first points. Greeley on the left wing, picks up his dribble, the bounce to Bonsack. Nothing doing there. Back to Greeley, he'll pull it out. 2:56 left in the first quarter, 1-0 Chadron. Rushello on the right side. They work it quickly to the key. Bonsack down low to Rushello. Back to Bonsack. Kick out. Hunter Hayden for 3 off the mark. As Province pulls down the rebound on the run out. Basket doesn't go for Chadron. Gering with the ball. Still looking for their first points. Greeley to Franklin. One-hand pass to Hunter Hayden on the right side. They kick it inside to Rushello against Province. Sam spins to the basket. Shot too strong. Gering comes down with the rebound. Driving and throwing the ball out of bounds is Dunbar. Brett Pazanka on the Gering bench. When he kind of lost his balance, I think he may have tweaked something just a little bit. And the ball will be Gering's. Jack Franklin holds it out front. Finds Sam Rushello, cross court pass to Bonsack with 1:50 left. Into the hands of Franklin. Bounce high post, Rushello holds the ball above his head. Province there, back to Greeley. Greeley step back for a 3. Too strong. Bonsack with the rebound. His putback doesn't go. Rebound tipped around. Gering still looking for their first points of the game. Justice Alcorn, the dribble drive. Kick it outside to Planansky, who's checked into the game. Pass tipped into the air. Gering with it, 1:16 left. Jack Franklin, underhand pass to Greeley. Pull up from the free throw line, rolls around, won't fall. Gering 1-0. They trail it with 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Planansky, high post to Province. They kick it in the corner to Colin Brennan. Chadron with it, Alcorn. Back to Werdekemper. Brennan with it. Brennan drives, tries to dish down low. Pass tipped away into the hands of Province. Province to the basket. His shot doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul. And a horrible start for Gering with 37 seconds left. They could go scoreless for this first 8 minutes. Xander Province, a 6'4" sophomore at the line. Off on the first one. He'll get a second one. And Brett Pazanka will check back into that Gering lineup along with Joe Wybera. And Xander Province to try and make it 2-0 with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And Province drains that one. He's got one. 2-0 Chadron with 35 seconds left. Gering trying not to get shut out here in this first quarter. Bonsack will hand it to Jack Franklin. Bounce to Wybera. Beyond the arc, back to Brett Pazanka in the left corner. Franklin, two-hand pass to Pazanka. Holds the ball above his head. 18 seconds left. They work it right side. Greeley step back, looked at the shot, couldn't get it off. To Pazanka, 11 seconds left. Brett drives, pass intercepted by Province. Province to the basket. The big Euro stepping. Xander Province with 3 points. And that will end the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it's Chadron 4, Gering 0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
As we go to the second quarter, Chadron leads Gering 4-0. Gering unable to score in the first 8 minutes of the game as they put Pazanka along with Bonsack, Wybera, Greeley, and Jack Franklin on the floor to start this second quarter. The 5 seniors got the start here tonight to start this game. But Gering without a point in the first 8 minutes. They've got the ball to start the second quarter, and the inbounds pass goes off the hands of Joe Wybera out of bounds. And an early Gering turnover will give it right back to Chadron. Dunbar brings it into the offensive end. Left to right goes Chadron here in this first half. They work it back to Brennan. Brennan drives, cut off, and he'll get called for traveling. And Gering with the ball. Still looking for their first points in this one. Max Greeley will walk it across on the right-handed dribble. Take it to the far right side. Now take it center court into the paint. The runner tries to go up and under. And the off-balance shot is knocked out of bounds. It'll remain with Gering as Brett Pazanka will inbound it baseline right. Toss in quickly to Bonsack. Bonsack puts up the shot off the mark. Rebound run down by Brett Pazanka. He's got it on the left wing, top of the key, Max Greeley. Back to Franklin. Franklin pull-up jumper from the free throw line. And it falls in. Didn't know it was going to. It falls in, and Gering gets their first points with 7:14 left here in the second quarter. It's a 2-point ball game. Dunbar out front on the dribble, picked up by Greeley, and Max commits the foul. That'll be the first on Max. 5 team fouls on Gering here. So Chadron will trigger it in. Quickly into Sorensen. Looking. Nobody there. High pass into the corner to Dunbar. Bounce to Alcorn in the paint. Alcorn kicks it to Shima in the left corner. Nothing doing. Out on top to Sorensen. Pass tip. Wybera picks up the loose ball for Gering. Ahead to Franklin to Pazanka. Deep three for Brett Pazanka. In and out. Wybera rebound. Put back won't go. Rebound comes down to Gering's Dawson Dunbar. He'll get it ahead to Alcorn. Top of the key. Shima travels with it. He started a drive in the paint. And that'll bring Jackson Schlotthauer into the game for Joe Wybera. Gering trailing at 4-2, a low-scoring first, let's say 10 minutes of this game. Greeley brings it into the front court, finds Bonsack in the corner. Schlotthauer holds it, the bounce, try to get it inside to Pazanka, knocked away, loose on the floor as Province touched it last. And Gering will have it with a chance to tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. And the inbounds pass tipped away. And it'll be Chadron's ball as the pass went through the hands. And Chadron has it. They work it quickly to the right side. Sorensen with it. Dunbar looking inside. High post pass to Province. Baseline jumper. Shima off the mark. Schlotthauer with the rebound for Gering. Quickly ahead to Franklin to Brett Pazanka on the wing. Whip it inside to Bonsack. Turnaround jumper. Puts it up with the right hand. Doesn't go. Schlotthauer's rebound put back off the mark. Rebound stolen away by Bonsack. Gering controls. Two-handed pass to Brett Pazanka. He's got it on the dribble. Now he'll pull it out on the right side. Picked up there by Dunbar. On the bounce, Bonsack right side. Holds the ball, top of the key. Jack Franklin quickly to Schlotthauer on the left wing. Back to Greeley, deep three, top of the key. Off the mark, rebound tipped around, and we're going to have a foul on Gering's Caden Bonsack. He'll pick up his first, team's sixth. 4-2. Chadron leads Gering with 5:22 left in the first half. Dawson Dunbar brings it into the offensive end. High post pass. Alcorn to the basket. The kick out to Sorensen. Chadron works with it out front. Sorensen bouncing the corner. Shima inside. They go to Province against Schlotthauer. His turnaround jumper doesn't go. Bonsack with the one-handed outlet pass to Jack Franklin in the right corner. Greeley drives baseline, tries to go behind his back, puts up the off-balance shot, comes up short. Battles, gets his own rebound. As Schlotthauer's shot blocked by Province into the hands of Max Greeley. His three ball is an air ball. And a pushing foul down low on Gering. And the foul was on Caden Bonsack. He'll pick up his second, team seventh, so that'll put Shima at the line and Chadron in the bonus for the final 4:40 here in the first half. Austin Mitchell, Hunter Hayden into the Gering lineup for Bonsack and Greeley. As Gaurav Shima, a 6'4" junior at the line, hits the front end. And Chadron leads it by 3. Second one on the way. That one drops through for Shima. He's got 3. He's got half of Chadron's points as they lead it by 4. Jack Franklin on the dribble, drive the kick out to Hunter Hayden. Back to Mitchell on the wing. Gering working around the outside of the arc. Against the Chadron defense, the bounce to Pazanka on the right side. Sorensen picks him up there. Brett will put it on the floor. Kick out Jack Franklin for 3. Off the side iron. Rebound knocked around. Saved by Mitchell. Gering controls with 4 minutes left here in the first half. Pull-up jumper, top of the key. Brett Pazanka off the mark. Jack Franklin with the rebound is put back in the paint. Too strong off the glass. As Shima comes down with the rebound for Chadron, ahead to Sorensen. Sorensen right side, high post, Province. Back to Shima for 3, left wing. Back iron, too strong. Here comes Pazanka, one-hand pass ahead to Franklin. Jack with it on the right side. Hunter Hayden, left side pass. Here's Mitchell with it. Looking inside for Schlotthauer. It's not there. Back to Franklin on the right side. Franklin getting a screen from Pasanka. He'll drive to the basket. Drive baseline. Try to kick it out into the hands of Hayden. Hayden drives. Bounce baseline. Franklin for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down to Dunbar for Chadron on the push. Up the floor. Gives it to Province. Top of the key. Skip pass down low. Shima. Shima low block. Nothing doing. Back out on top. Dunbar with it. Inside to Province. Province spins to the basket and puts it up and in. He's got 5. And Chadron on top, 8-2 here with 3:04 left. And it's a full timeout. 8-2, Chadron leads Gering on the Wesco scoreboard. Takes it to the left side, the bounce to Schlotthauer. Beyond the arc, nothing doing. Now they'll work at left side, Hunter Hayden. Hayden on the dribble between the circles, calls out the play, and we've got a foul down low, away from the ball. Jackson Schlotthauer commits his first personal foul. Cody Hall is checked into the Chadron lineup, a 6'3" junior. Colin Brennan also back into the Chadron lineup. He'll bring it across on the dribble drive to the basket, flips it with the left hand, or right hand I should say, and puts it up and in. And Brennan makes it an 8-point Chadron lead with 2:05 left in the first half. Merez gets a screen from Schlotthauer. Can't use it to Franklin on the right wing. Jack holds, now he'll pull it out. Reset the offense, get another scheme from Schlotthauer to Mitchell. Back to Hunter Hayden. Hunter to the free throw line. Schlotthauer hands to Mitchell. Mitchell with the runner that comes up short. And that'll put Eli Merez at the free throw line for Gering. Michael Sorensen, his first personal foul. Eli Merez, a 5'8" sophomore, gets into the scorebook tonight as he drains the first free throw with 1:45 left, 10-3. Chadron on top. Merez drains both free throws here tonight. He's got half of Gering's 4 points, 10-4, Chadron by 6. Brennan gets it down low to Hall to Alcorn into the paint, and Alcorn travels with the ball. That'll give it right back to Gering. They trail it by 6. Franklin calls out play number 2. He walks it into the offensive end for Gering. Two-handed pass to Schlotthauer. To Hunter Hayden, top of the key to Mitchell. Gering continues to work with it around the outside of the arc. They get it inside. Mitchell down low. His turnaround shot in the paint doesn't go, but Mitchell will go to the free throw line. Cody Hall with the personal foul. That'll be his first, third team foul on Chadron. And coming in for Gering, it'll be Joe Van An and Brett Pazanka back into the Gering lineup. Hayden and Schlotthauer out. Mitchell misses both free throws, and Chadron comes down with it. Brennan quickly up the floor, drives, dishes, finds Cody Hall. Hall's shot doesn't go, but Mitchell gets called for the personal foul, and that'll put Cody Hall at the free throw line. 19 foul on Gering, and Cody Hall, first trip to the line tonight, drains the first one. Max Greeley into the Gering lineup for Austin Mitchell. Austin will sit down with those 2 personal fouls. 1:04 left here in the first half. 11-4. Chadron by 7. As Hall connects on both of his free throws. And a timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout. Well, Monument Physical Therapy in Gering offers the Bumps and Bruises program, offering 1 free consultation and 1 free follow-up for all area athletes. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering. Glad you could join us here tonight on 106.9 The Trail, and you can be watching on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. And if you're just joining us, you missed a very exciting girls game as Gering girls go to 8-7 on the year, as they led 23-9 at halftime against Chadron. That lead was cut to 2 to 30-28. Gering led by 2 going into the fourth quarter and had to have free throws down the stretch by Maddie Seiler to seal the win. 56 seconds left. Gering with the ball. Pazanka with the baseline jumper, and Brett drains the jumper. He gets his first points of the game. It's a 6-point Chadron lead. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Chadron. Chadron will inbound far sideline. Looking, they'll get it into Dunbar. Dunbar in the backcourt, brings it into the front court against Van An, whips it down low to Shima. Shima's shot blocked from behind by Brett Pazanka. Franklin the other way for Gering. Underhand pass to Greeley. Max drives, goes up and under, doesn't score, but he'll go to the free throw line with 30 seconds left. 12-6, Chadron by 6. A low scoring first half in this one. Max Greeley will step to the line. 76% from the charity stripe this season for Max Greeley, as he misses the mark on that one. He will get a second one. Second one on the way. Max can't connect on that one, but Brett Pazanka with the offensive rebound and putback. Pazanka with 4, and we've got a 4-point game. 22 seconds left. Quickly up the floor, Brennan with it. He'll bounce down low. The pass goes through the hands of Shima, into the hands of Planansky. Pass thrown into the backcourt. Brennan has to run it down at the 10-second line. He steps on it. That's over and back. And the ball will go to Gering with 11.5 seconds left. Gering trailing it 12-8. Toss in comes to Greeley. Max to Van An on the right side. Bounce inside to Pazanka. Brett along the baseline. 4 seconds left. Out to Greeley. Greeley loses the handle. Merez at the buzzer. Off the mark. And we're at halftime here in Gering, where your score, Chadron 12, Gering 8 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Welcome back to Gering High School. We're at halftime in a low-scoring affair. It was 4-0. Chadron led Gering at the end of the first quarter. Both teams with 8 points in the second quarter, and Chadron leads it by 4 over Gering, 12-8 here at halftime. We will come back, recap the individual scoring as Chadron leads Gering 12-8 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Halftime here in Gering, and Chadron leading Gering 12-8. Halftime scoring totals. Xander Province leading the way with 5 points for Chadron. He leads all scorers. 3 points for Gaurav Shima at halftime, and 2 points each for Cody Hall and Colin Brennan. On the Gering side of the ledger, Brett Bazanka leads the way with 4 points. All of those came in the second quarter. I guess all of Gering's points came in the second quarter. 2 points for Eli Merez on 2 free throws, and Jack Franklin with a 2-point field goal as Gering was held scoreless in the first 8 minutes, and they get 8 on the board here in the second quarter, but they trail at halftime against Chadron 12-8. Back with more from Gering at halftime, where Chadron leads Gering 12-8 on the West Coast scoreboard.
On this field, it's baling, but somewhere there's one mowing, and somewhere one raking, one loading, stacking, lifting, and pulling. Our full lineup of utility tractors is built to get any job done right. The Kubota M-Series.
Your Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Back here at halftime, Chadron leading Gering 12-8 at halftime. As we said, the girls' game, an exciting game as Gering trying to avenge a loss to the Chadron girls back on January 5th, get a 41-36 win as Gering led 12-3 at the end of the first quarter. They led 23-9 at halftime, holding Chadron to single digits in the first and second quarter. But the third quarter was a different story as Chadron outscored the Gering girls 19-7. That cut the Gering lead to 2 at 30-28 as we went into the fourth quarter. Chadron took their first lead of the game with 5:45 left in the game, and the score sat at 36-34. Gering came back to tie it at 36, and then from there went on a 5-0 run to finish out the game. Maddie Seiler went 5 for 5 from the free throw line. She finished with 10 points, but Gering got the win over Chadron 41-36. Maddie Seiler led the way with 7. Chloe Fries with 9 for Gering. More from Gering at halftime, where Chadron leads Gering 12-8 on the West Coast scoreboard.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Still awaiting both teams to come out onto the floor to start this second half. A lot to talk about in the locker room at halftime. Gering was held scoreless in the first 8 minutes. Chadron led it 4-0 after one. Now Chadron with a 4-point lead, 12-8, as the Gering boys back on the floor. They get a nice hand from the crowd, and here comes Chadron. So both teams will get things warmed up here for this second half. But at halftime, Chadron on top by 4, 12-8 over Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey y'all, Heather here with Platte Valley Vac & Sew. Platte Valley Vac & Sew has been a cornerstone in downtown Scottsbluff since 1977. Our family brings over 100 years combined experience in the vacuum and sewing machine industry. We stand behind all of our products with a warranty you can trust and service you can count on. Whether you decide to shop in-store or online at PlatteValleyVacandSew.com, our quality products and customer care shine through. You can buy online, sign up for classes, see a calendar of classes and events, view our newsletter, and stay up to date. Platte Valley Vac & Sew, downtown Scottsbluff, and online to serve you.
Back here at Gering High School, Jeff Kelly with you, coming to you from the Logos broadcast booth. Logos is your home for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Shop the showroom or have something custom made at Logos, 1344 10th Street in Gering. Gering right back here tomorrow night. Scottsbluff comes to town, and Chris Cottrell will have all that action for you right here on 106.9 The Trail, and we're coming to you tonight on 106.9 The Trail and also on KNEB.TV, and the Scottsbluff Gering game will also be on KNEB.TV tomorrow night, as Gering will try to climb out of this early hole. They trail it by 4 as this game has been low scoring for the first 16 minutes. And here at halftime, Chadron on top, 12-8. And for Gering, they will try and make up this 4-point deficit, as the last time these two teams met up in Chadron, Gering came away with the win that night, 56-47. So Gering will send out Joe Wybera, Austin Mitchell, Jack Franklin, Brett Pazanka and Hunter Hayden. Once again, the 5 seniors on the floor for Gering here to start this second half. They started the game. And for Chadron, it'll be Dunbar, Province, Sorensen, Shima, and Alcorn. Sorensen with the ball, takes it to the right side. Chadron from right to left, and a foul called on Hunter Hayden. 8 seconds into this third quarter. Second personal on Hunter. First team on Gering. And Chadron inbounds it to Dunbar. They kick it inside to Province. Turn around against Wybera, and Province turns and scores. Province with 7. Chadron 14-8. Brett Pazanka on the dribble. Gering left to right in this second half. Top of the key, Hunter Hayden. One dribble back to Jack Franklin. Jack to the free throw line. Dishes down low. Wybera to the basket. He can't convert. And the rebound can't be handled by Shima. And he bounces it on the baseline. And that'll give it right back to Gering. Hunter Hayden will trigger it in. Baseline left. Inbounds comes to Wybera. One dribble and he's fouled by Chadron's Dawson Dunbar. Non-shooting foul. Gering will inbound. Hunter Hayden quickly into Wybera. Right back to Hunter Hayden to Jack Franklin. Hayden with it. He'll take it on the dribble. Top of the key. Picked up there by Dunbar. Pushing him out by the 10-second line. Tough man-to-man defense. Hayden on the dribble. Bounces down low to Wybera. And Joe Wybera puts it up and in. 4-point game. 14-10. Dunbar cross-court pass to Sorensen. High post, Province with it. The free throw line. Bounce cross-court, Dunbar in the corner. Shima inside to Province against Wybera. He flips it out to Sorensen. Back to Dunbar for 3. In and out. Province, rebound, put back partially blocked as Wybera comes down with the rebound. Gering quickly the other way into the hands of Hunter Hayden. Kick it to the right side. Franklin drives the runner, too strong. Province comes down with the rebound, then he's tied up. And the held ball will keep the ball at the Gering end as Sam Rushlow checks into the Gering lineup for Joe Wybera. And Hunter Hayden calling out the offensive set. They go into Rushlow. Rushlow's fouled on his shot attempt by Province. And that'll send Sam Rushlow to the free throw line. Sam with 5 points the last time these two teams met up. Shooting 62% from the line and finds the mark on the first one. He can cut it to a 2-point game right here. Second one on the way, too strong. Province comes down with the rebound, the outlet taken by Dunbar, trying to avoid the double team. They find Shima baseline left. Nothing doing, kick out, back to Dunbar to Shima. They try to go inside to Province. Sam Rushlow gets a hand in there to knock it away. And the ball will stay at the Chadron end. 6:11 left, third quarter, 14-11. Chadron leads it. Alcorn fires it out on top to Province. Quickly to Dunbar. Dunbar puts it on the deck, trying to avoid the double team. Cross-court pass picked up by Pazanka. Brett on the run out. His layup is up and in. Pazanka with 4. We've got a 1-point game here with 5:52 left in the third quarter. Sorensen on the bounce, high post. Alcorn in the paint, tries to dump it down low to Shima, but a foul prior to the shot. And the foul was on. That'll be on Gering's Austin Mitchell. He'll pick up his third, and that'll bring Bonsack into the Gering lineup for Austin Mitchell. Second team foul on Gering. Shima to trigger it in, the lob to Province. Quickly to Dunbar for 3. Count it. Dunbar hits his first 3 of the game. And Chadron back on top by 4. That's been their biggest lead here tonight. Pazanka goes inside, Bonsek in the paint, puts up the shot, glances off the front rim, gets his own rebound. He'll kick it back out to Pazanka for 3, count it! Brett Pazanka with 7. Gering trails it by 1, 5:08 left. High post, here's Alcorn with it to Dunbar, trying to answer back. Too strong. Bonsack, the outlet to Hayden, ahead to Pazanka. Brett, skip past Jack Franklin. Jack to Bonsack. Inside they go to Rushello. Rushello spins to the basket, shot doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Justice Alcorn. Alcorn on the push into the paint to the basket with the right hand. He puts it up and in. Alcorn gets into the scorebook to make it a 3-point Chadron lead with 4:34 left in the third quarter. They work it to the right side. Pazanka top of the key. Jack Franklin, 3-ball, in and out. Shima on the rebound for Chadron. The outlet to Dawson. Dunbar picks up his dribble. High post. Alcorn drives right side of the basket. Alcorn back-to-back baskets for Chadron. 21-16. Chadron by 5. The handoff to Brett Pazanka into the paint. Tried to bounce it to Rushello. And the pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Chadron's ball. Colin Brennan checking into the Chadron lineup. Max Greeley in for Gering. Colin Brennan with a, looks like a cast on that right hand. Chadron with the ball, leading by 5. Dunbar out front. Two-handed pass to Brennan. Brennan puts it on the floor. Whips it inside to Alcorn, and Alcorn with the one-hand push shot. And Alcorn's come alive in this third quarter. He's got 6 points. Chadron 23-16 with 3:39 left in the third quarter. As a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Called on, I believe, Caden Bonsack. That will be his third, team's third, and that'll bring Schlotthauer off the Gering bench. And he will come in for Caden Bonsack. Chadron with the ball, leading 23-16. Brennan into the front court, right side pass to Dunbar. Cross-court pass, Brennan for 3, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, controlled by Chadron. The outlet intercepted by Pazanka. Ahead to Franklin to Greeley. Max drives left side of the basket. Shot doesn't go. No foul called. And Schlotthauer can't find the handle on the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Chadron's ball. So we near the 3-minute mark here in this third quarter. Gering held scoreless in the first quarter. Chadron led it 4-0 after the first. Dunbar directing traffic, takes it to the left side with the left-handed dribble. Now he'll take the jumper inside the arc, off the mark. Province there with the rebound. Quickly to Brennan, he'll pull it out, reset the offense. They lob baseline, looking for Werdekemper. He saves it from going out of bounds. Chadron has it. Province at their offensive end. High post to Alcorn. Justice drives to the basket, puts it up and puts it in with the right hand. Justice Alcorn, 8 points in this third quarter. 25-16. And Kyle Cotton wants a timeout. 2:23 left in the third quarter. 25-16. Chadron on the West Coast scoreboard.
Finally, goodbye 2020. There was one good thing about 2020. That was the prices. And this is your last chance to get last year's prices at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. That's 20% off every window and door. Plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Only at Renewal by Anderson. But hurry, because 2020 pricing is only available until February 15th. Book your free estimate today. Call Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming at 307-215-7493.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
2:23 left in the third quarter, 25-16. Chadron leads Gering. And the inbounds, they get it into Brett Pazanka. On the dribble against Brennan, gets a screen from Russia. He'll take the top of the key jumper for a 2. And Brett Pazanka with 9 points. 7-point Chadron lead. Cross-court pass to Alcorn. They lob it inside Province against a double team. He'll kick it back out. That pass errant, picked up by Van An, and Van An gets called for palming the ball as he was streaking up court. And the turnover gives it back to Chadron with 1:52 left here in the third quarter. Planansky into the lineup. He triggers the inbounds into Alcorn against Franklin. Justice on the dribble drive. He gets called for turning the ball over. And that'll give it right back to Gering. Gering trailing by 7. Pazanka, Franklin, Rushelo, Schlotthauer, and Van An on the floor. Van An controls, takes it left side. Gering runs the weave out front. They hand it to Pazanka. Bounce down low to Schlotthauer. He can't do anything with it. Kick it out to Rushelo for the jumper that's off the mark. And Chadron comes out of there with it. Justice Alcorn on the left hand. Pass to the left side to Planansky. He gets it right back. He'll give it up to Brennan. Deep from the top of the key for 3. Doesn't go. Province skies high for the rebound. His pass down low, intended for Alcorn, knocked away. It'll go out of bounds. They will give it to Chadron. Eli Merez into the Gering lineup. Sam Rushell will get a seat on the bench. And Max Greeley quickly off the bench. He'll come in for Schlotthauer for Gering. Werda Kemper triggers it in to Brennan. Left side pass, he finds Planansky. Work it around the outside of the arc, top of the key. To Brennan on the right side. They lob it inside. Province down low. Province can't score. It comes up short. Pazanka with the rebound. Brett on the push. Bounces ahead to Merez. Merez off the glass, too strong. And Planansky comes down with the rebound, and he's fouled by Eli Merez. 42.5 seconds left here in the third quarter as Cody Hall into the Chadron lineup for Xander Province. And Gering will set up full court pressure. The inbounds comes, gets it into Planansky. Planansky picked up there by Van An in the backcourt, lose the handle. As Van An dives for the ball, doesn't get it. They'll get it ahead to Alcorn. Back to Planansky. Between his leg, dribble into the paint, tries to dish down low. Jack Franklin got a hand in there. Jack Franklin's got the ball ahead to Merez. On the left side, back to Franklin to Eli Merez. That'll roll in for a 3 ball for Eli Merez. He's got 5. 25-21 as we count it down. Third quarter. Alcorn drives with 6 seconds left to the basket. Off balance shot goes in for Justice Alcorn. 10 third quarter points for Justice Alcorn, and that ends the third quarter. At the end of 3, Chadron 27, Gering 21 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We do 2 pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
Final 8 minutes in a low-scoring affair here from Gering High, 27-26. It's a 6-point Chadron lead as we start the fourth quarter. Inbounds pass comes to Alcorn. He'll give it right back to Dunbar. Dunbar pounds the dribble on the right side. The bounce to Shima. High post. Here's Alcorn with it against Greeley. Backs him down to the basket. Alcorn can't score. As Alcorn, who had 10 points in that third quarter, can't score to start this fourth quarter. And some decisions by the officials as they gather. Our officials tonight, Tori Schwartz, Andrew Dick, and Paul Edens, and they're going to give the ball to Chadron. 7:44 left in the game, 27-21. Chadron by 6 as they inbound at their offensive end as they move right to left. Alcorn lobs it in to Shima. Shima has it knocked away, but Van Ann will pick up the foul. So it's Van Ann, Greeley, Franklin, Pazanka, and Merez on the floor for Gering. And Chadron will look to inbound in front of their own bench near sideline. So the lob in comes to Alcorn. He'll hand it to Shima. Shima on the dribble to the right wing. Now puts it on into the paint. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell drives against Greeley. Check that, Alcorn drives against Greeley. Kick out to Dunbar for 3. Dunbar drains it. He's got 2 threes in this second half. Chadron by 9 with 7:20 left in the game. Greeley driving, tried to scoop with the right hand. And it was knocked out of bounds. They'll keep it at the Gering end. Merez will trigger it in for Gering. Baseline left quickly into Franklin. The Alcorn kick out back to Merez for 3. In and out. Rebound tipped out. Picked up by Sorensen. He'll give it up to Dunbar. Dunbar on the dribble. Now he'll drive baseline right side. Skip pass to the left corner. Shima with an air ball into the hands of Max Greeley. Max quickly up the floor. Bounce to Van Ann. The reverse layup goes up and in for Joseph Van Ann. He's got 2. 30-23. Chadron by 7. 6:46 left in the game. Dunbar on the dribble. Right side. Hall. Left side pass. Here's Sorensen with it. Sorensen into the paint. Finds Shima. Shima to Dunbar. He'll take it top of the key. They continue to work it around the outside of the arc. Shima for 3. Comes up short. Franklin saves from going out of bounds. Sorensen picks it up inside to Alcorn. Ball fake. Alcorn puts it up and in. Justice Alcorn with 12 in the game. 32-23. Chadron. Merez in the corner, whips it down low. Pazanka has it knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Alcorn. He's still got it now. It's kicked. And bodies on the floor for both teams. And they call a foul on Joe Van Ann. He'll pick up his second, team 6th. Hunter Hayden into the Gering lineup. Austin Mitchell also checks in. Chadron with the ball, leading at 32-23. Dunbar up the far sideline. Now takes it to the left side. The bounce to Michael Sorensen beyond the arc, picked up there by Franklin. Over to Kemper. They go inside, look for Alcorn. Alcorn against Greeley, spins, right side, puts it up with the right hand, and he's fouled. Justice Alcorn has taken this second half of this game over for Chadron. As Max Greeley commits his second personal foul, 7th team foul on Gering, and that'll put Alcorn at the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play. Colin Brennan in for Chadron. And Caden Bonsack in for Gering. Justice Alcorn, 14 points here in the second half. Make it 15 as he completes the 3-point play. 35-23. Gering trailing by a dozen. Hunter Hayden gets the screen, takes it to the free throw line, puts up the jumper off the mark. The rebound battle for, they'll say Alcorn. Battling with Mitchell, touched it last. And we'll keep it at the Gering end. 5:23 left in the game. 35-23 Chadron. Hayden finally gets it into Greeley. Max from 10 feet away, puts up the off-balance shot. It won't fall. Alcorn comes down with the rebound out. Let to Dunbar. Dunbar quickly up the floor, and he's fouled. And that will put Dunbar at the free throw line. And Max will be the guilty party, and he picks up his third personal foul. And Jack Franklin, Brett Pazanka will come in at the next opportunity as Dunbar misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Gering the other way. Dunbar ahead to, or check that, Hunter Hayden. They work it to Mitchell. Back to Max Greeley. Greeley top of the key, picks up his dribble. Inside they go to Bonsack. Caden head fake against Province. Comes up short off the glass. And a foul called on Gering's Austin Mitchell. And Sam Rushello off the bench. Fourth personal foul on Austin Mitchell, and we'll walk to the Chadron end with 4:53 left in the game. And now Franklin, Pazanka, and Rushello into the Gering lineup. Eli Merez, along with Austin Mitchell, will check out. And Dawson Dunbar, the 5'10 junior, at the free throw line. Front end off. Gering comes down with the rebound. Hunter Hayden top of the key, quickly to Bonsack on the right side. They lob it inside to Rushello. Sam to the basket. Sam puts it up and in. Sam with three. 10-point lead for Chadron with 4.5 minutes left in the game. They kick it inside to Alcorn. He'll pull it out, give it back to Brennan. Brennan drives with the left hand, and Brennan scores it. He's got four. 37-25 is Gering. And a three-pointer for Gering. Makes it 37-28. Werda Kemper whips it inside to Province, outside to Brennan for three. Count it. Brennan with a three. 40-28 with 3:58 left in the game. Let's take the timeout. 40-28 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Out of the timeout. Gering with the ball. Jack Franklin with it. Hauls it on the right wing. Bounces to Pazanka. Brett starts to drive left side. Ball knocked away. Brett regains. Kicks it in the corner to Franklin for three. Off the mark. Province comes down with the rebound for Chadron. Gives it up to Planansky. He'll bring it across for Chadron. In the corner, Shima with it. Out on top, they work it left side to Planansky. Top of the key to Sorensen. Right side pass to Shima. Right to left now. They bounce inside. Alcorn to the basket with the left hand. Counted, and he's fouled. 17 points for Justice Alcorn here in this second half. 42-28. And that'll bring Max Greeley into the Gering lineup. For Hunter Hayden and Justice Alcorn at the free throw line. And converts on the three-point play to give him 18 points in the game. 43-28 Chadron. 3 minutes left in the game. Brett Bazanka on the dribble to the free throw line. A kick out to Bonsack. 2 dribbles back to Jack Franklin. Jack drives into the paint, goes up and under. Can't score it, but he draws the foul. And Jack Franklin will go to the free throw line.
Foul is on number 24, Justice Alcorn, his first, team third. To the line for the Bulldogs, number 20, Jack Franklin.
Third team fouls. The foul was on Justice Alcorn. Drains the first one. And the second one rolls in. (30, 43-30). Chadron on top. Ball stolen away by Brett Pazanka. And Brett fouled on his way to the basket. And the foul was on Chadron's Brody Planansky. That'll be his first, 4th team foul as Brett Bazanka steps to the free throw line. Brett with make it 10 points in the game. Dawson Dunbar into the Chadron lineup with 2:38 left. 43-31. Second one on the way from Brett Bazanka. He drains them both. Brett with 11, 43-32. Chadron has led from the opening tap. Alcorn with the ball quickly up the floor. Finds Dunbar. Dunbar takes it to the right side on the bounce to Shima. Top of the key to Province, left side pass. Back to Dunbar. They work it from left to right. Inside they go to Province against Rushelo. He's cut off, and then Province gets called for traveling. And that'll give the ball back to Gering as Austin Mitchell checks into the Gering lineup, playing with 4 personal fouls. As Max Greeley brings it into the offensive end for Gering as we near the 2-minute mark. Mitchell bounce inside to Pazanka, puts up the shot over Shima, can't score. Rebound tipped around, Shima comes out of there with it. The outlet pass to Dunbar, it's tipped into the hands of Alcorn to Shima. Underneath 2 minutes. Here's Dunbar. Alcorn with the baseline jumper off the mark. Franklin with it for Gering, drives, takes the big Euro step, puts it up at the right hand and can't score it, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul was on Xander Province. That'll be his second, 5th team foul. As Jack Franklin drains the first one, he's got 6. And it's a 10-point game as Eli Merez, Joe Van An into the Gering lineup. Colin Brennan in for Chadron. Franklin's second free throw comes up short. Chadron with the ball. We're minute 24 left in the game. Ahead to Shima. Tries to get it to Brennan as Mitchell knocks it away. It'll stay at the Chadron end with a minute 20 left. Chadron to inbound at their offensive end. Toss in comes from Alcorn to Province. Into the corner, back to Alcorn. Cross-court pass, Brennan. He'll find Dunbar, right side outside against Van Ann. Give it up back to Alcorn. They play catch with it out front. Brennan has it for Chadron. In the left corner to Dunbar. To Shima, kick out. Back to Dunbar, he'll drive. Dish to Shima. 49 seconds left. See if Chadron gets off a shot here in this final 44 minutes. They continue to work it around the outside of the arc to Shima. Shima double teamed, then he's fouled with 36 seconds left by Jack Franklin. And Jack will pick up his first personal foul. Shima tonight with 3 points. He's been held scoreless here in this second half. And he drains the first one for his first points here in this second half. Make it 44-33, an 11-point lead. Hunter Hayden, Brett Pazanka back into the Gering lineup. Shima's second free throw on the way. Off the mark. Jack Franklin comes down with the rebound. Jack quickly up the left side. He'll give it up to Max Greeley. Greeley, the dribble drive with the left hand. Just falls up short, and Brennan fouled as he comes up the floor by Brett Pazanka. And we'll walk to the Chadron end with 24 seconds left. And what has to be a frustrating outing for the Gering Bulldogs as they will suffer their 10th loss of the season. And the first one by Brennan. Off the mark, he'll get a second one. And Brennan finds the mark on the second one. He's got 8 in the game, 45-33, 22 seconds left. Greeley, the dribble drive, the floater. And Max Greeley scores it. His 5th point of the game to make it 45-35, 10-point advantage for Chadron. Stay with us, we'll have the Runs of Post-Game show. Name our Taco John's player of the game. As for Gering, they, as we said, right back here at home tomorrow night to take on Scotts Bluff. Looking to get back on the winning track, as they have now lost 3 straight games. Lost to Gordon Rushville last Friday night, lost to Campbell County, Gillette, Wyoming, 69-31. Chadron will inbound out of the timeout. Full court pressure applied by Gering. Shima looking to get it in. They finally get into Dunbar. Dunbar fouled by Eli Merez with 15 seconds left. So Dunbar will get his chance at the free throw line here with 15 seconds left. Dunbar tonight scoreless at halftime. He has 6 here in the second half. Misses badly on his first attempt. He will get a second one. And Dunbar finds the mark on that one. 46-35. Merez for 3. Air ball. Shima picks it up, and he's fouled by Hunter Hayden with 5.4 seconds left. And once again, we walk to the Chadron end, where Gaurav Shima, a 6'4 junior, will attempt his free throws. So Chadron will go to 9-5 on the year. And Gering will drop to 4-10. Shima rattles home the second one. 47-35. And that will be your final score here tonight in the boys game. Gering goes to 4-10 on the year as they lose it here tonight to Chadron, 47-35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
You may look forward to spending the seasons with family in your home, but not when these critters come knocking on your door. That's where Benzel Pest Control saves the day. Family owned since 1976, we provide prompt, professional, and efficient services to keep your home or business safe and secure all year round.
With 3 generations and more than 4 decades of service to the Nebraska Panhandle and Southeast Wyoming, Benzel Pest Control is the only name in all seasons pest defense.
$47-35 is your final score here tonight. Chadron defeating Gering, and it just was not a good night at the office here for the Gering Bulldogs. In some ways, it was like the game last Saturday afternoon as Gering lost to Campbell County Gillette 69-31, the final score there. But tonight, 47-35 is your final. To say the game started slow would be an understatement. It was 4-0 Chadron at the end of the first quarter. Both teams with 8 points in the second quarter, and Chadron had a 4-point advantage at halftime, 12-8. Chadron outscoring Gering 27-21 in the third quarter. Or check that, Chadron outscoring Gering 15-13 in the third quarter. And Chadron led 27-21 at the end of 3. And Chadron with 20 points in the fourth and final quarter, Gering with 14. And that made your final 47-35. We will come back, recap the individual scoring in this one as Gering drops to 4-10 on the year, losing to Chadron 47-35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Jeff Kelly back at Gering High School. The boys game in the books, and not a good night for the Gering boys as they drop a 47-35 decision to Chadron. Well, this is the Runza post-game show Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They'd like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza with locations in Scottsbluff, Gering, and Chadron. First on the Chadron side of the ledger, they were led in scoring by Justice Alcorn as he led the way. High score for both teams as he finishes with 18 points tonight. 8 points for Colin Brennan. 7 points for Xander Province. Dawson Dunbar also chips in 7 points. 5 points for Gaurav Shima. And 2 points tonight for Cody Hall. Colin Brennan contributed 8. On the Gering side of the ledger, they were led in scoring tonight by Brett Pazanka as he finishes with 11 points. 6 points for Jack Franklin, 5 points each for Max Greeley and Eli Merez. 3 points for Sam Rushelo and 2 points each for Joe Wybera and Joe Van Ann as Gering loses it 47-35. We'll come back with more here on the Runza Postgame Show and name our Taco John's player of.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
And back here at Gering High School as the Gering girls avenge an earlier season loss to the Chadron girls, getting the win there, but not so lucky on the boys' side for Gering as they fall to Chadron. 47-35 is your final score here tonight. The player of the game is brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. And our Taco John's player of the game here tonight for the Gering Bulldogs, we're going to give that to Eli Merez, as Eli got some playing time tonight. He came off the bench, scored 5 points, and Eli Merez is our Taco John's player of the game here tonight as Gering drops one to Chadron. 47-35 is your final score. We'll come back, wrap things up here from Gering, where your final score in the boys game, 47-35. Gering loses to Chadron on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Holiday recycling tips.
The holidays bring wrapping paper, boxes, and trees. Remember, when done with these items, recycle them. Wrapping paper can be collected and recycled in one of the city's recycling bins. Boxes can be collapsed and stored to use later or recycled. Finally, your old Christmas tree can be dropped off at this location. This holiday season, give thanks and a start to a healthier new year. Me at Tri-City Stormwater.
As we are here at Gering High School. Your final score 47-35, and Kyle Cotton making his way up to our broadcast position. We'll get some final comments from him on can't imagine how frustrating tonight has to be, especially coming off the game last Saturday and last weekend. And Kyle joins us here on the Runs a Post Game show. Frustrating would have to be one word you'd have to use to describe this game here tonight.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. First quarter, I mean, to score 0 points. It's just bad basketball. We held them to 4 in the first quarter, so I mean, it's not like they were playing great, but first half defense I thought was pretty good for us. Offensively, we just could not get anything going. We got some wide open looks that usually, like Jack Franklin knocks those down, and he didn't convert tonight. Offensively, we just weren't good enough. And then the fourth quarter, we just let Alcorn do whatever he wanted. It's very, very frustrating to see that, because our defense was playing well, and then we just kind of backed off and let him do whatever he wanted.
Do you think some of that of this tonight was maybe a carryover from last weekend?
I don't know. We've struggled on offense most of the year, so I mean, there's that, and they're a good defensive team. We knew that. Up there, we got sparked by some three-pointers that went in. And we haven't started the games off well all season, so that's something we have to learn to do a little better, and I got to figure out a way to get us to do that.
Is there one thing you can point to that's causing the slow starts?
No. If I could, I'd fix it. We're trying to do different things in practice, moving guys around, doing different drills. It's just not translating right now, and we got to figure out why.
Well, and tomorrow night it doesn't get any easier. You've got Scotts Bluff at home, and the emotions for that type of game, they're always very high. And so, what does this Gering team need to do tomorrow night?
Well, we got to play a lot better. We can't let tonight beat us twice. Tonight, the game's over. That's what I told the guys. You can't beat us tomorrow. And we'll shoot better tomorrow. We have to. We can't shoot as poorly as we did tonight. We just have to change our mentality. Still, it's getting there, but it's not quite good enough. When we're not playing well, we got to figure out a way to get stops and then get baskets to fall somehow. We got to attack the rim. We got to be more aggressive.
All right, well, a tough one tonight, but like you say, you forget about it tonight, and you got to get right back at it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry, and everyone's excited about it. I don't think we've beaten Scotts Bluff since 2014, so they're not going to try to let us beat them. I know that for a fact. So we got to come out, we got to play hard on every possession, and we got to figure out a way to score to keep up with them.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Kyle.
Yep.
Tough one tonight.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Kyle Cotton joins us here on the Runs a Post Game show as Gering loses to Chadron 47-35. So that'll wrap things up here tonight. I'd like to thank you for listening on 106.9 The Trail. I'd like to thank our TV crew here tonight on KNEB.TV, Chad and TJ, for all their work here tonight. Girls get the win over Chadron. 41-36 was the final score there on the boys' side. The boys drop it 47-35. We'll be right back here tomorrow evening. Chris Cottrell will have all the action. Scotts Bluff takes on Gering, so join us then. Until next Tuesday night, I'm Jeff Kelly. Good evening, everyone.